I have my phone out in between, correct?
Yeah, you're good. What up, guys? We are live. So we got a fun podcast for you today. We got an in-studio podcast with three lovely ladies, and we're going to be discussing sugar dating as well as regular dating, Instagram, and all the shit that you guys are curious about. So this is going to be a good time. Hope you guys are ready, and let's jump in. So let's start off with intros. We'll just go in clockwise order.
Ashley Champagne.
Cool. And do you mind sharing what you do?
Yes. So I'm an OnlyFans model and I also have a lingerie brand.
Cool.
My name is Kay Jenkins. I'm a luxury real estate advisor primarily. And then on the side, I am a Instagram OnlyFans model and life coach to other young women aspiring to follow their dreams.
Cool. Are you Armenian?
I am.
Do you speak any Russian?
I do not.
Oh, okay.
But I understand a little bit of it. Like I work with a lot of photographers and makeup artists that speak it. So I know what they're saying to me, but I can't articulate it accordingly myself.
So Armenian is like close to Russian?
It's close to Russia. The older generation speaks Russian. So like your grandparents probably speak Russian, right?
My great-grandparents.
Your great-grandparents.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. And how about yourself, lovely lady?
My name is Kim Champagne, and I'm an OnlyFans model as well. Me and her are sisters, and we have a lingerie brand. Yeah.
You guys like actual sisters? Or?
Yeah, like actual.
The Champagne Sisters.
Sisters.
Interesting.
And
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
lingerie
what
brand. Yeah.
That's what everyone knows.
So your
us
name
in
is Kim
Miami.
Champagne and
And
Kim and
Can
Ashley
you
lingerie.
see
or
why I'm
something?
so obsessed with
And
that?
then our lingerie brand is Champagne Body Lingerie. So
Okay.
it all goes hand in hand.
I'm assuming Champagne isn't your real last name, right?
It is.
Yeah, what it is? Really?
Uh-huh.
What's up?
Damn.
It's
Yeah.
just spelled
So
like
catchy,
one letter.
right?
Is it
What
one letter off?
ethnicity
Yeah,
is that?
it's like one letter off. So it's Italian.
It's Italian. It's just
Mhm.
literally you take out the H, but we're gonna get it like through
Legally.
the
It's
like a
government.
campaign.
Yeah, we're legally like changing it.
It's literally
It's like
looks like
campaign,
It's
right?
one letter.
Yeah.
But the
Okay.
C is the
Even
okay.
when we were younger, like the teachers would
Gotcha.
in class and stuff like that, they would always
Oh,
champagne,
champagne?
Miss Champagne, and I'm
It's
like,
like,
hi, that's
And they're all like
me.
8 years old. Yes, miss.
Like, okay.
Here's my-
You come from a
here's my
long line of
class
champagnes.
assignment.
Right.
Okay, so why don't we start off easy? Let's start off talking about OnlyFans. I think that's going to be like the quicker discussion. It's pretty fascinating. I had a male OnlyFans star on a few weeks ago,
Oh, wow.
and it was an interesting discussion. But I'm assuming you girls are making way more money than he is. Give us a rundown. How long have you had OnlyFans for? What's the business like? Like, how are you doing on there? Just give us like a quick synopsis.
So I've had my OnlyFans for over a year. I want to say like a year and a half. It has its ups and downs. It is fun, and I love the freedom that it gives you because I feel like you could work that and you can do other things. Like you have your time, and it's like answering to like you build your relationships with your fans and stuff like that because they start to fall in love with you and stuff like that. And it's just like I love that. Like I love that you have the freedom to do other things as well. So and actually are able to express your creativity too. Because like sometimes people think OnlyFans is just like straight super raunchy. Like, don't get me wrong, you could do that, but like you can do your other stuff too. You don't have to get straight to the raunchy stuff.
What kind of content do you have on there?
I started with like bikini stuff, and then I did like my lingerie stuff. So now I do like implied nudes and. Yeah, it's like I love doing customs. So
you don't do like sex scenes, right?
No, I don't
Okay.
do sex scenes.
So just like girl, like no dudes, just chicks, right?
Yeah, I've actually never done like a dude. No.
Okay.
I don't think she's actually done fully girl stuff either. Like what
no,
they're
I
thinking.
haven't. I'm very I don't know, like how do I explain it? I don't want to say I'm PG because my stuff is like super hot. If you see my stuff, you would probably drool. And
But
just,
she's
like,
also a videographer and photographer, so she can get
I like my
that.
aesthetic stuff as
Yeah.
well, like super artsy. Like I love a woman's body. So a woman's
Me
body
too.
as that's like
Me too.
as in
We
art
all do.
piece, it's just like
We all
yeah,
do.
but I'm getting there. It's kind of like
Do you guys have a joint
progressive.
OnlyFans or is it totally separate?
separate.
Totally
Okay.
separate.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
Can I elaborate on that just a little
Yeah.
bit? You
Yeah,
guys
go
have
ahead.
to understand.
Go
And let
ahead.
me just talk for them just a little bit. Like, you
Uh-huh.
guys have to understand, like, I know like it's super hot to think like in a fantasy world, like, oh, you have these two sisters and they're the Champagne sisters, but like, bro, they literally are blood sisters. They grew up together. They're what, 18 months apart, maybe close. Like that's like incest.
Yeah, I don't support
Yeah,
that.
so
So
it's
if they were to do
support each
anything like
other.
totally sexual, you guys want to see some like crazy, like, I mean, what you guys are trying to see
Yeah.
and what you're wanting to see, it's like you're asking for incestuality.
So
and
we-
it's
Funny
like,
thing
we're
is, like,
not
it's gonna be
into
like a
that
role play or
nothing.
something.
So for
Not
them,
real.
like, no, like me and Kim have some really great content together. And me and Ashley might have some great content together soon,
Might.
depending
Might.
on how things go.
Right,
So-
we
But
should
like,
just finish
you
filming
can't
that.
have the two together because, like, really, at that point, it is incestual.
Yeah,
and you have to
incest is not a thing to
be-
me, and it's
like,
like it's a little
But-
weird.
Okay,
Let her
hold on,
elaborate.
hold on.
Let her elaborate.
So
So you're gonna be
obviously-
Eskimo sisters.
Eskimo.
Sisters.
No,
Because
Kay is the-
'cause,
you're the
like,
mid-
you and
middle
you
ground.
and me.
Yeah, you're the main.
Oh,
They're the
I
common.
mean, there might be a little link between
Technically,
If
yes.
they knew what we were doing, if they could
Well,
see what we were doing, it'd be
We
different.
just finished filming some stuff, me and Kay.
Oh, hell
So it was our first time. Like
Okay.
so that was cool. It
Oh,
was-
that was
that's
hot.
that's
Bro,
why we're late.
Fucking hot.
That's only why we're late. So
Yeah,
but
it's like,
okay, back to the sister thing. But the thing I like it because okay, it's like obviously like people think sisters, oh, whatever, they want to see content together, whatever the case may be. But I like that we can like feed money, not feed money, but we have the same fans kind of too. So it's like, oh cool, I see this sister's boobs. Oh, I go.
Well, yeah.
I
If
get to see
if he
hers
finds
too.
you attractive, he's gonna find you attractive.
They
vice
always
versa.
do.
So I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
like
yeah.
she'll have someone on hers and he'll come on mine. I'm like, hey, so like how did you do it? Like how did you work him? So she'll tell me and then I'll like triple the money.
Okay, nice.
Like,
So
So
okay,
you will give
cool.
guidelines of how to get
Yeah,
most
yeah,
money.
because sometimes like people find her through me or other way around, like me through her.
And I say, oh, he likes this only, blah blah blah. So
Yeah.
it's like we're capitalizing on it.
How many followers do you have on
Mhm.
OnlyFans?
Followers,
you.
maybe like 500.
I have like 300.
So,
right now.
so you're making
first
like.
of all, they're not called followers.
Yeah, they're not
called
called
fans.
they're
Subscribers.
subscribers.
That shows you how little I know about
Subscribers,
OnlyFans.
Subscribers.
which means they pay to have access. So that's
Okay.
completely different than actual followers are free.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So there's like
Mhm.
followers
That's
and then subscribers tiers. Okay.
Yeah, and
So-
nothing about us is free. So
Well, just to clarify, you're on this podcast for free. But aside from that, yeah.
is this for free? Because I feel like I'm getting value out of it.
No, you are. Yeah.
Right.
It's a valid
So,
trade.
And all you gentlemen are probably going to subscribe to our OnlyFans to see the hot content that we make after this. And that's where the exponential and equal value comes from. Mutually beneficial relationships. We were talking about sugaring relationships, correct?
Yeah. We're
Yeah.
gonna get
Well,
into it.
We're gonna get there.
arrangements are my favorite kind of relationships, and this is an arrangement. So when you're ready to dive deep into that, you let me know.
Absolutely. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit more OnlyFans though. So you guys have 500 subscribers. So you're making what, like 10K a month or something like that? Is that math correct? Or
Why do
Depends on
men
the
always
prices,
want-
right?
Why do men want to know that we make more money than them? It's like weird.
well, if you make 10K a month, you don't make more money than me. But
Okay.
I'm just curious, like
I
the
don't
financials of it.
Like on it. Okay.
I don't like
You guys can answer
disclosing
that how you wanna
my
answer it.
numbers. So
Okay,
That's cool.
but like I'm in the right range, right? Or am I totally off?
in the range. So if the thing with the OF, you get the hustle. It's literally like
Okay.
a job. So it's like obviously how much content you put out that month. Cool, you'll hit the 10K.
Yeah.
But like if you don't, because
Or I feel like if you're actually like talking to people, you know,
Yeah.
because you could, that's the thing, you could send out like messages and stuff like that. But in the end of the day, for a fan to continue being a fan, you have to build that relationship.
so you have to
that's
have
the
like 10
thing.
boyfriends at once.
Yeah. It's literally
Mhm.
like a boyfriend. It's an internet boyfriend.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Because if not, like, yeah, oh my God, you get to see this, you get to see that. It's like, okay, they paid for it for a month. That's it. Now they're gone. You want to build that continuous like income from them.
Do you do the texting? Like, do you have
So-
like the dudes in India
you
who
have, like,
like do the texting?
Outsourcing.
Yeah.
Do you outsource it to
Texting
people?
through
Like,
OnlyFans.
Only-
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that's like a big draw. Like they like pretty OnlyFans girls will outsource that to India or like China, and there will be like dudes who do the texting. So the guys think they're
Oh,
texting
yeah.
you.
What do you
Okay,
mean?
he's talking about like agencies and stuff.
No, not,
No,
not
we're
What?
like
What
totally
is that?
against agencies.
no. I'm not talking about agencies. I'm
What do
talking
you
about.
mean? I'm
I think they
confused.
have like a texting like type of like add-on, so guys
So-
can like.
I've
text
never
you.
even heard
So
of
let me
that.
ask
You've
you.
never heard of
ask
that?
you guys this. Have you
Tell
guys
me
ever
more.
interacted with your fans or not?
Yeah, like
We are interactive.
Okay,
Do
so
they-
how
do-
do you interact? Like,
how do
do
you?
you interact or do you ask someone else to interact? Maybe you have an assistant or like
No, I'm interacting
Okay,
the
you're
whole time.
interacting.
So it's
Okay.
like even like through our Instagram,
because they fall in
So,
love with us.
Yeah, so through our
Mhm.
Instagram, like we're always posting on our story. People always know when we go to the gym. People always know when we're going out to eat, when we're with
I'll
this
make like
person,
videos
when
in
we're
the
with that.
gym.
Yeah. And then so it's just like we're actually talking to them in our OnlyFans about our day to day.
But
Because they watch on all of our platforms on whatever we're posting.
they
on,
don't have
so-
your phone number, right?
No.
That's kind of what I was
Mm-mm.
talking about. I think like some of the
I
OnlyFans
don't-
girls, they
I
have
don't
like a
have that.
service where you can like, I don't know, like the guys will pay like
Oh.
$20 a month and they
Hmm.
can text them, but they're not actually texting the girl.
Is that
They're
on,
texting
like,
their assistant.
Maybe that's
crazy.
That's that thing that someone was
like
trying to tell us about.
Telegram or something.
And
Something
what
like
they
that,
do, and what they do is like they
messaged
already
me
have
about
like
that, and I was like, you sound like a
pre-recorded
scam.
videos, and then they ask the virtual assistant to send like, okay,
Hmm.
if they ask for this, you have this video to send. This is a folder you need to go to, and then you can send this to that guy, and this is what you need
I
to
didn't
send.
even know that
Yeah,
existed.
Yeah.
It's literally not even that. You guys are looking way too much into it.
I didn't.
I
No,
don't know
that's
what
that's
that
a real
is.
thing. Yeah, that's a real thing.
Yeah.
Literally,
it's
like
really a
they'll
really
say that. Like, I mean, keep in mind, I have a very complex relationship with the OnlyFans industry, simply for the fact that I've been acquainted with it for
Mhm.
the last 2.5 years with some of the top producers. Some of my very close friends are the number one producers of OnlyFans, like Amanda Nicole, Danny Banks, CJ Sparks, Chloe, great girls that are.
I know Danny Banks,
do
big
so many
booty.
different
Yeah.
things. And now here's the thing: when I became friends with them, I didn't even have an OnlyFans, and I've been friends with them for 1.5 years without having the OnlyFans and getting blown up and asked for certain content and having certain like requests come in where I'm like just blown away because I come from such a conservative environment, being exposed to that. There's so many different ways to capitalize on it, and I think that's what my friends are here trying to say is that like there's so many things that you can do that aren't all in, but it's still experimental and exposure, but it's not the extreme that a lot of people like to take it to. And so I think giving it a little bit more insight, and I guarantee you there's probably screenshots of a comment that I made years ago, and it went viral all over Utah, because that's where I'm from, Salt Lake City, and I was a top producing real estate agent out there. That this went viral with
what did
my
you say?
Company. That I think I wish.
Yeah, I don't know what you said.
Guys, I said some really horrible shit, Kate. Well, and this was when I was
Spill
very
the beans.
naive as well. But I will say that I did, and I said that I wish that Trump would make OnlyFans illegal, because there are dumb sluts out there, fucking themselves on camera for $5 a video, making us all look bad.
Okay, so in that.
And I was like, and this was like literally when this is so funny. As I stated this comment on Instagram when I like had just hit 25,000 followers. I'm living in Utah, and I literally just got my first BBL. I'm about to blow up. I did my Playboy shoot. I didn't know what was coming for me. I had no idea the exposure and the life and the money and all these things that were coming towards me. And I was talking out my ass. And then, but to this day, I think I still kind of stand by that just a little bit in regards to the price and the value that women are putting on their bodies, and the value and what we're actually worth, and what we could be making if capitalized accordingly.
What's like your logic? Like, you feel like girls are underselling themselves? Is that basically
Absolutely.
it?
I mean, and my analogy
Just
would
like poor
be,
marketing.
In a sense, and here's my thing: is you said that there's a lot of we were talking about management earlier, right? And having a company that would run up your product and your content for you.
Just
So
to clarify, that's not what I actually meant. I just
Oh.
meant like outsourcing the texting stuff. I wasn't talking about.
That's fine.
But
keep in mind, a lot of that service will come with.
Oh yeah,
hiring
you can
management,
do that. Yeah.
And then when you hit a certain percentage, it becomes part of the package value.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you've hit 0.001%. Cool. We can have this service as part of it because we have way too many messages coming in to handle on our own.
No, I mean, I sort of agree with you. Like, as a girl, I don't see any point in like having a management company taking 50%. Like, you can just do it yourself or hire a virtual assistant. So I kind of agree with you on that.
Mhm.
That is like, I don't understand why you would do that as a girl. Like, give up 50% for what? Like,
well, keep in mind that a lot of these girls, and I've been at that point where you feel like you're unable to get the subscribers on your own, right? Like you're seeking that external exposure.
Okay, like
Where
marketing.
the they
Subscribers
can
are
give you
sometimes hard
But
to
here's my thing is
obtain.
what happened is like I thought I was hiring one of the number one OnlyFans agency on the US, and what they did was take my account, put it on a free subscription base. Free. Sorry, nothing about me is free. That word makes me want to fucking vomit, by the way. I don't ask for things for free, and you shouldn't either because it makes you look cheap. And they did that for me. And then so I ran up like 12,000 subscribers, right? I'm like, yo, things are lit. But then I'm seeing like my content being sent out for like $50 one day, and then like $5 the next day, and then it's like 5 for 3 the next day, or sorry, 15 for 3 the next day, and I just was like, this is too much for me. Where like I don't feel like I'm in control of the value of my body and and I'm not even building rapport, like she was talking about building these relationships.
Yeah, I was gonna say like the whole building relationship.
That connection with your audience and your fan base, when that's really what it was supposed to be about initially. It's like the OnlyFans. Like you're an OnlyFan to me. You're obsessed with me.
One of many.
Exactly. And you've seen me on social media for however long. You've watched me grow and evolve into the woman that I am today, and that's great. And that's where a lot of the obsessiveness will come
I
from.
like the different relationships with different people because you have stronger relationships with certain fans, and you have let's say like
I learn a lot from them.
Yeah, and it's like it's not just like a hey, buy my content.
Hey,
but do you legitimately feel like you have like a relationship with these people, or they're just like random?
No, I'm the highlight of their day.
No, yeah, and it's like they actually know you.
I
Like, you know about them, and
I guess like okay, like for example, what with me, right? Like people have a relationship with me, but I don't really have a relationship with them because I don't know who they are, but they know everything about
but
me.
You don't choose to engage with your audience, and that's,
well, I do sometimes.
but
I try to
make money engaging with.
Yeah, I get it's a little different.
But
let me, I guess, like. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
The point he was making was like, let's say an OnlyFans subscriber you're like interacting with, and one day he actually sees you in person, and if he comes up to you, will you have the same rapport in person with that guy who's subscribed?
Oh, it'd be like kind of.
It depends though, because I've kind of had a stalker, and it was like really weird. Like he said,
yeah, but like he's not a stalker. He's just coming up to you and saying like, I'm the guy you've been.
Oh my God, Miss Champagne, I'm your biggest fan.
Yeah, so I don't know. It was weird. Like I kept hearing like
I've jerked off to you so many times.
No, I heard my middle name. So my middle name is my OnlyFans name. It's like A Kayani.
Okay.
So only like people that knew that, and I didn't put it on Instagram before. Like I used to do a streaming app, so it was only on there. And I heard them say like I was in Walmart or Target, something like that, and they're like Kayani.
Oh, geez.
And I was like,
So they made it weird.
what?
Yeah.
So that
And,
person actually made it weird.
then it was awkward. But like if it's like a normal person that I knew from there, I mean, I wouldn't make it weird at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like if that person, let's say you built a really good rapport, and somehow just coincidentally he met you in person, and then if he didn't make it weird, my question was, would you have the same rapport in person, like even if he looked different?
Let me rephrase the question. Here's the ultimate way of looking at it. Would you ever date one of your OnlyFans subscribers?
If he was hot.
Absolutely not.
I wouldn't.
Absolutely
I
not.
Okay, so it
If he
seems
was
like you
hot?
guys have different opinions on this.
Well,
And
okay, hold on.
Conditionally, no.
Hold on. So
I have a very strong opinion about everything, so I'm gonna let them talk.
Yeah, let's
You
just
go
go
first,
one.
you go
Let's
first.
go one
I'm
at a
going
time.
first
Let's
of all.
go.
I don't want to make anyone feel bad though.
No, that's okay.
You-
But so
Don't feel bad at all.
I don't think OF is cool and all, but if I was dating a guy and he had an OnlyFans account, I would not. Like that's fucking weird.
Okay.
Like it's just weird.
But what if he made
Well,
it
if
like,
he was but if he was a buyer or if he was a modeler.
Yeah, we're talking about.
Okay, which one?
buyer.
Which one?
You're talking about subscriber.
Wait, hold up.
Yeah.
We're
Not an OnlyFans
we're
one.
not talking about a guy who has an OnlyFans. We're talking about a guy who's who's a subscriber to you on OnlyFans.
Honestly, I don't think I would ever do it.
So that would like disqualify him, right? Basically.
Yeah. Well, like if he's been on mine.
Can
like,
I
if
make
he's been
the
on
most?
mine.
Yeah,
bold,
yeah.
Can I make a bold comment, please?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, I get you in a sense because you don't know if they have like other girls OnlyFans too, and you're like, okay, so is that
Well,
where you're getting at?
I don't think
Yeah.
it's that. I'll let you guys answer and I'll give you my theory, but I don't think that's
Okay,
that's
you.
the objection.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't think I
Your
can.
strong opinion. Let's hear it.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Okay,
Love
can
it.
I film it real quick? Hold on.
Yeah, I mean, we're filming everything. I'll send you these clips.
I know, but like me saying it. So,
Okay, go.
Wait, where were we? What were we talking about?
Would you
Wait.
date an
Would you ever
OnlyFans
date-
subscriber?
Okay, so I mean, I would just genuinely say that like there's two types of men in this world. There are ones that pay for pussy, and there are ones that are not.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And if you pay
agree.
for it, why would I ever want to give it to you? Like, I mean, on an intimate base where like.
But
I'm
like, didn't you
attracted
say
to
like nothing about you is free?
But I want to say something to
No,
this.
it's not.
Right.
What do you mean?
Because you said that like nothing about me is free, right? Like
Yeah,
you
of
said,
course.
you paraphrased it a couple of times.
So here's
So
the thing.
if anything, like if the guy is
Okay,
already paying
so-
for pussy, then
Yeah, so let me elaborate.
Okay.
So, okay, guys that pay for pussy can't give proper dick downs,
yes,
but men that don't have to pay for it can dick me down to where like I can't get myself off.
Okay.
bam, yeah,
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes
Yes,
sense.
totally makes sense.
I
Can I re-say that real quick?
I appreciate the honesty.
Yes,
So, I mean, guys that have to pay for pussy, they can't give proper dick downs, and the ones that, what
Don't have to pay.
Okay,
Don't have to pay.
I understand what you're saying. They're in the customer frame.
Yeah, no, like if you literally have like a certain, I mean, here's the thing, like it's not free ever. If I'm getting something out of you, right? Like even another man, like, whew, I got things, okay, but like I have certain fantasies and fulfillments I want to have. Like if y'all gonna let me film and make money off of it, and I'm gonna enjoy it, and it's fulfilling some sort of like
Fantasy,
unfulfilled prophecy that I have of mine to like sell my soul to two black men at one time. Like, great, I'm gonna do it.
yeah. Okay.
You know? And outside of that, they don't have to pay for that. Why the fuck would they have to pay me for that? Like, bro, I'm about to get on my knees and surrender myself.
To two big black dudes.
Do the-
Oh,
There have to be two big black dudes.
it's gonna happen. And like, no, that's value to me though,
Yeah,
right?
I
Because that's fulfilling a fantasy of mine. That's giving me and I mean, I'm just gonna be transparent. Like, that's making me content that I'm gonna make money off for the rest of my fucking life, or at least for the next 5 to 10 years until I quit doing OnlyFans and I'm just a full-time real estate agent selling multi-million.
Okay, hypothetical though.
That's fine.
What if the OnlyFans subscriber is a black and he has a friend with him? So it's actually two black guys that go up to you, but they're your OnlyFans subscribers.
So okay, so tell
Both
me
of
how
them have been paying you.
Then why don't you give me the approach that you're going to give me as an OnlyFans subscriber? Because I think that's how it's the thing. If you're going to be like, oh, I'm an OnlyFans subscriber and I think you're so hot and I want to fuck you, and you're like a
but
weirdo.
They're still going to
I'm not
use
going
it.
to talk to you, but if you come up to me,
Yeah,
and
let's
like,
assume-
yo,
let's-
you're bad as fuck.
But,
Let's assume that-
that's
let's
a
assume
big
they're
deal.
normal
Man
and-
is really hot.
Yeah, let's assume they're normal and charming.
It's
Yeah.
different.
I
I
guess-
just had that, and I was
Because-
like,
no, and
whoa,
here's
What?
the
you're
other
Let's
thing.
just do one at a time,
fine.
please.
One at a
Sorry,
time.
one more thing. I'm gonna just say one more thing and make an
I
elaborate.
was like,
And this is where she was also saying, whether it's an OnlyFans model. Like honestly, right now, I just started talking to like another and this is my first one, like a very attractive OnlyFans male model that like I would eat that man's ass if he would let me to. And I'm actually
romantic.
ready to do when he's ready.
romantic.
And but like it's different because like he's already subscribed to mine, of course, because he
Okay,
wants to see
yeah.
what I'm putting.
But
out
he's
there.
a model, right?
But
He's a
content
content
creator.
creator.
exactly. But he's subscribing because that money that he's paying literally just comes out of his dividends. Like
Mm.
he's not putting his credit card on file to be like, oh, let me run this up and pay to see my pussy. No, it's like he literally is like, oh, I want to see what I'm working with here, and it's like just another little thing to
Yeah.
like see how well we're gonna work together if we ever did.
I do think it's
decide to
different
film.
though, because he's like a peer. He's like a fellow, like
It's
he's
like
like
a
a coworker. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
I guess
agree.
okay.
Same level.
Let me explain to
Yeah.
you my logic. Okay, first of all, would you guys consider yourself sex workers, or you don't like that term?
Oh, thank you for asking. No, I was
So,
just saying this earlier.
Yeah, I don't, because the thing like me, like I love being sexy, like 100%. Like if I'm like I look hot, especially in like tiny clothes and
Why
all this,
not sell
you know,
it?
like I have nice tits. It's like,
Mhm.
why not? So I don't think,
Capitalize on it.
yeah, you should. And so on mine, obviously it's no BG like thus far. Like right now, I've had it for a year, but obviously we just did our first girl. But it's like I don't see it as sex working, because like it's what girls like put on like IG like for free and stuff.
Well,
it's just a little
That's the
more
thing. It kind of goes back to like what
explicit. It's
she's
more XXX.
let me clarify. So sex work doesn't mean you have to have sex on camera. Sex work is just anyone who uses any kind of sexuality, and that could be like literally cooking topless to make money. That's all that means.
Kay's Kitchen.
Kay's Kitchen, yeah.
That's the thing I do.
It doesn't
I
have to
totally
be.
cook topless,
But
and I make really good food, so men know that they're going to be well taken care of if they have a woman like me.
But then if they're subscribed to you, you wouldn't actually date them, right?
I
wait, but let me finish my question. Okay, we don't have to use
but they
the.
wouldn't even shoot their shot at me, guys. I love my
No,
subs.
hold
but
on.
You don't wait. Hang on. You don't have to use. Okay, we won't use the term sex worker. We'll just say.
I don't like that either.
We'll just say
Means,
like.
we stand on the corner and sell ourselves for fucking.
Yeah, I
$20
understand
an
the.
hour.
I understand the
That's the
implication is
perception
negative.
I get when you say sex
it depends
work.
on
Okay.
what you see
Guys,
your
guys.
value.
Wait, hang on. Let me finish. So we'll use the term adult entertainer. How about that? That sounds a little bit
Yeah,
more
I'm
friendly.
totally an
I
adult.
like
Okay,
that.
adult
100%.
entertainer. Okay, so what I've noticed with pretty much, and we've had porn stars, we've had strippers, we had OnlyFans. I've talked to countless adult entertainers, and typically, for most, not all, most adult entertainers, they separate guys they meet into two categories. One is the customer, which is like anyone who at a strip club is paying money,
That pays
or
for it.
OnlyFans.
Okay.
And
And
what if
I'll-
they give to it for free?
Right.
I just got to
Yeah,
say
yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Okay.
but so it seems like for you two, that's how it is. But for you, there's an exception if the guy's hot.
So I guess I looked at it as in just like you said. So like they had an OnlyFans, and I was like, oh, you're fine, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
So
you
it was
look.
kind of going back on that. Yeah, it's just like because I just love aesthetics. So like a guy's body, if it's aesthetically pleasing, I'm like,
I
wow.
want it, even though she
Jaw
doesn't
dropping.
film
Who's your
content
favorite
yet.
male celebrity in terms of body? Like who would you say is like really got it
Chris
going on?
Hemsworth, Hugh Jackman.
Well, I know those are your crushes, but let's figure out hers.
Thor.
I'm bad with actors'
Are you
names.
gay?
No, he's not.
I'm
Good.
bad with actors' names.
I wouldn't be sitting
Ugh.
this
Yeah,
close to
I
him.
love what he's blonde. He has blue eyes.
What movie?
Maybe it was
blind?
Magic Mike.
Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum.
There you go.
Okay.
He's fine.
Oh, she
Okay.
would totally annihilate him.
Yeah, he's like so fine.
Or he would annihilate you.
Channing
Yeah,
Holler,
Who?
because I think he's divorced.
Okay, I think I have an
Oh,
idea.
wow.
Okay,
Shoot your shot.
I think I got an idea.
Regina voice.
Okay, let's
But hold on, but then again,
ladies,
Ladies.
ladies,
I
please.
wouldn't
I mean,
talk
if
to
she's a
someone like, let's
virgin.
say, you know how like a lot of guys.
Kim is talking.
obviously-
Kim is talking.
Wait, girls.
Kim is
It's a mess with the audio. Yeah, we'll just do one at a time.
Yeah.
We'll just let her finish.
So, you know, like obviously a lot of guys shoot their shot through like Instagram and stuff or whatever the case may be. But me now, I'm like, hey, like you need to go sub or else I'm not even gonna like respond to you. So someone before has got my attention. He was like, okay, I literally was not paying him any attention on Instagram. And then he went and subbed. He's like, hey, it's me, XYZ. And I was like, okay, cool. Unlock all my videos. Unlocked all of them. I was like, okay, cool. I'll talk to you now. So I had that. Now I will. But then he didn't stay though. He did that just so obviously I could talk to him. And then like he went back to the other social media platform. So I feel that wasn't weird. But so
I guess what
just
I
like
find.
different scenarios.
But that guy stayed in the subscriber frame.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
I guess
true,
what
true.
what I find interesting is like the reason these guys are subscribing to your OnlyFans isn't so much because they want to see, like you guys don't even do porn. You said it's not so much that they're
I mean,
like
it depends. There's customs. But
Okay.
I can't tell you what
Oh,
customs.
this-
I can't tell you what customs are.
hang on.
Customs!
Hang on,
I
hang
did
on.
not even know that. by
Hang
the
on,
Just
hang
way.
saying, I can't tell
Sorry.
you what customs
No, you're good.
are.
You-
Customs are sub. Like that's it.
Okay.
I can't spill all my.
Well, I have a
business.
pretty good track record of never subscribing to OnlyFans, so I want to keep that streak going. But I guess what I find interesting is that like the reason they're subscribing to your OnlyFans is because they want you to be like their girlfriend. Like they're envisioning like something more to you.
The
'Cause
girlfriend
if
experience.
they
Look
didn't
at her.
want
She's
that,
literally the
Wait,
girl
wait,
next
hold up.
door.
Okay, wait, hold up.
She's so beautiful. She's
Don't
the
look
girl
at the
next
white
door.
She's a
right
very
now.
pretty girl. The if they just wanted porn or whatever, they would just go on Pornhub. So they want something a little bit more than that. But the ironic thing is that like if they're subscribing to your OnlyFans, that's actually taking them out of the running to be your girlfriend. So do you see the irony there?
Oh, I see.
No. I think you're thinking way too much into it. And I think you're
I
actually
don't know what goes through guys' minds sometimes.
I've tried to figure it out and it was just hard.
I'm just gonna like sum it at that.
It
Like,
was just
I
hard.
honestly
Mhm.
don't know what goes through guys' minds. Guys don't know what goes through women's minds either, and it's like. I'm
Well,
like,
we can try to know. I mean, does what
You
I
can
say make
try, but
sense?
you never figure it out. I mean,
Or do you think they just want to see you naked, or do you think there's something more?
There's definitely something more.
Yeah.
It depends. Yeah, there's some that just want to see you naked. And you'll try to have a conversation with them and they don't even want to talk to you. They just want to buy your content.
Send
then-
boobs and
There's
Vegeta.
then
other
guess
people
what?
that literally just want a conversation.
But
And they
then-
will pay you just to have a conversation because they want that.
The girlfriend experience.
Yeah,
I
which-
like
which
that.
is-
Girlfriend
Which is
experience.
what I genuinely like pride myself on providing for my fans.
Baby
Like
phone.
I'm okay with
Baby,
like
check your
creating
phone.
that genuine experience. I'm not here to just be like, oh, here, watch me get fucked by some random pizza dude or
Pizza dude.
like the Uber driver or what the fuck ever else. Like, and that's another thing I think what we're bringing on as far as like, collaborations. Like there's a classy and like collaborative way to do things outside of being like, oh, we need to bust it all the way the fuck open on camera in order to make a bag real quick. Like, yo, that is weird. I'm sorry. That's for girls that are like 5s and under. And
Really?
I'm sorry that, yeah, 100%.
There's some really attractive like porn stars. though.
And that's cute and all, but I think they discredited themselves from the beginning.
But
They
don't
didn't
you?
have to do the most unless they wanted to do the most.
Yeah,
If
but
they
don't-
wanted to do the most, and that's great. Then let them do the most, and that's great. However,
I don't judge
However,
any.
and I'm not judging either. My
Mhm.
only concern with any of it is that the value and the price. And that's where my political views, quote unquote, and Republican point of views come in. Where like I want top value and top dollar. I want my stock price to be at maximum trading value at all costs. Right? I don't need to be at some like $3.99 store. I'm not a Walmart. You can't walk in and get me on sale. I'm a fucking Gucci store, and you need to have me at full price at all times. There's no sales. There's no buy one, get one free. There's no 55% off. There's no free.
I think
We're done.
I'm
Exactly.
seeing the picture.
So just so we all understand that there's levels to this shit. And I think every woman chooses what level they want to be on. And I think any of us, and that's what I love about OnlyFans, is that it's made
Go ahead. Yeah. It's right there.
it's made a platform for all different types of women to express themselves sexually, whether that be being a dominatrix or shooting with just women or doing explicit content all the time. Whatever their fucking vibe is, that's great. Go for it. I love that. My thing when you asked me earlier about if we're sex workers, I was immediately like, no, I'm not. And the thing is because like when I film, I don't feel like it's a lot of work. And I was telling Kim that earlier, is that like when her and I just got done filming like the hottest oil bath stimulating show, it was like this girl is like, I just popped her cherry a little bit and she is like, holy shit. It was amazing. But the thing is,
You're making her blush.
I know.
Yeah, I can see it.
She's turning into a tomato.
I think my little Kim's got a little crush. Or not a crush, but she's exploring her girl side a little bit. And I'm proud of her for that, because I think another thing about OnlyFans is it opens our sexuality a little bit, right? And it familiarizes our desires and what we can bring to reality with that.
Yeah,
and
go ahead.
one more thing, sorry, and then we can finish that. But I just what was I gonna say with that? We don't have to
We're talking about how sex workers, but
it's not work for me. So me, like, I don't have to be like, oh, I have to get up and film today. Like, oh my God, I have to make all these custom
fun.
videos. Like, no, it's like, yo, I'm gonna fuck myself regardless on camera today. Because I get that much wetter when I touch myself and do things in a stimulant level. I might as well make money off of it. And that's why and one of the reasons why I was turned off to agencies in the past is because they want you to mass produce content where it's all fake and it's all acted out and it's all like, I'm just fulfilling an order.
It's like an inventory.
I'm fulfilling an
of
order.
videos.
I'm an online fucking Walmart order. No, now it's like, yo, I'm going to spend a day. I'm going to get myself sexy. I'm going to put on some lingerie. I'm going to pick out my favorite toys. I'm going to film. I'm going to do the most. And I'm going to make myself squirt all over the camera. And it's going to be great.
Yeah, I mean,
and then that's enjoyable for me and for my audience. And that for me is not sex working, because
it's fun.
I'm not
It's fun for
going
you.
out
I
and
understand.
seeking someone to fuck for the day to get content. I'm making the most out of my sexuality, and naturally as I can.
Yeah, to be fair, work doesn't have to feel like work. Like if people ask me what do you do for work, I'll be saying I'm a YouTuber, but this is fun for me. I don't feel like I'm working right now. This is enjoyable. I
we
enjoy
just
doing this.
having a conversation.
But but I guess my like synopsis on OnlyFans, and then we'll get into the sugar dating, is I think it's been pretty good for women, for some women, pretty bad for men. So it's helped some people, hurt others in a way. That's kind of my take. I don't know. What do you think about that? Do you agree with that?
Like an average Joe as a man.
Oh, like it's hurt men
In
as
in some ways.
But
Yeah.
wait, can you hold on, can you dissect on that a little bit more? Like what ways did it hurt?
Yeah, because okay, so a lot of guys, like we're talking about average guys. We're not talking about like athletes or like really cool, charming guys. We're talking about your average guy. Like 3-4 years ago, he might have gone out to the bar and talked to girls. Now he's just like, he has the tool to be lazy. So he's just like sitting there whacking off to some chick's OnlyFans. And he feels like he's like in a relationship with her, or he feels he has a connection, but he doesn't really have a connection. He's just checked out of reality.
Okay.
Which is benefiting the girl because she's making bank, but it's not really benefiting that guy because he doesn't have like a genuine like connection or a genuine whatever sexual experience.
Yeah, he's in love with the idea of you, but not you. Right? Like he's in love with the.
I mean, that even happens in person. People can be in love with the idea of someone, and they think they actually love the person. And
but at least there's a tangible whatever. Like you're in touch with the person, right? Like you'll see the person in person, and
if you and I go on a date, we're having a legit human experience. Even if we don't really get along, we had like a human experience, and maybe we do get along, and something more happens. But if I subscribe to your OnlyFans, we're not having like a legit human experience. We're just having a one-way experience where I'm absorbing you, but you're not really absorbing much of me.
Mm-hmm. So the guys,
and you're not going to date me if I subscribe to your OnlyFans. So like, I'm already taking myself out of the
realm. Yeah, it kind of gets weird. I'm not going to lie. Like
that's what he was saying. He was saying kind of it does good for women, but it's kind of taken away from men now, like nowadays, like where we're at in society.
Yeah, I guess
that's where he was getting at.
It's encouraging men to like not actually go out there and meet girls, but like to take a shortcut.
Yeah. Take a shortcut. Like, that's true.
Okay. I guess
Food for thought.
Yeah.
Do you want my food for thought?
Yeah.
I have so much to say.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm keeping quiet. Okay.
By the way, Kay, you don't have to like hold the mic.
Yeah, you don't have to hold the mic.
First of all, why the fuck is that anyone else's problem but that man's? If he decides that he wants to indulge in something online and not be able to put in the effort to make himself desirable in person, why the fuck is that our problem?
No, it's not. I'm not saying
it was never.
Like, okay,
great. I'm not saying it's
so.
a
First
problem.
of all, it's not an issue at that point. That's society's laziness in men, which is exactly why we're not infatuated with half of your species in the first place because you're fucking lazy. And we need.
I can't. I was gonna make a video and I just.
Don't do it.
Let's stay on track. I promise I'll send you all the clips after. Let's stay on track.
Like it really does have a lot to do with the fact
that conversation
that we just help like on. Thank you. Don't answer that.
Miss Champagne, please, phone's off.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You're good. Okay, go ahead, Kay.
Where was I?
You're talking about
men are fucking.
I mean,
lazy,
I agree with you. It's not your problem. But go ahead.
And that I honestly think that like expecting us to have a relationship with you when you willingly sign on to a subscription-based platform and then wanting something substantial out of it, like it's fucking lazy.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you.
That's why we're not interested in the first place. So honestly, like to hold us accountable for that, why the fuck was
No. I think you're misunderstanding me, Kay. I'm not saying you should be held accountable. I'm talking about society as a whole. I don't think it's your fault. Like I think you're just making the best out of a situation. So I don't think you're responsible for that. I'm saying that like.
So what's the question?
So
I was giving my overall perspective how I think like OnlyFans has changed things. I think it's been good for women overall, bad for men, but it doesn't mean that women are responsible for that negativity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You didn't create OnlyFans. You're not responsible for that.
But then I'm not gonna. Okay, so bringing up this conversation, it brings I don't want to say problems to women, but kind of something to think about, because when it comes to us actually wanting to date someone.
Yeah.
So bringing up that conversation. So let's say I really want to date someone, right? He finds out I have an OnlyFans. I kind of bring it up off the bat, like, hey, I'm not trying to hide anything. I have an OnlyFans. If you're cool with it, cool. If you're not, like, bye. You know what I'm saying?
I think most guys in Miami will be cool with it, though, right?
It depends, though, because some
Their
people,
age.
some guys
Their
look
age.
at OnlyFans and they're just like, oh, okay. Like we kind of already know what goes through a guy's mind is, okay, I'm going to be able to fuck them really quick.
Oh.
And like I've encountered situations like that, and that's all they would bring up. Like at first I thought he was cool, super hot, blah, blah, blah. But then that's all they would bring up. And it's like,
So it
dude,
makes dating for us.
yeah, it makes dating for women a little bit hard. So
Yeah.
I would say it does bring up a little bit of a struggle for women that do have OnlyFans, as to actually really wanting to date someone.
Okay, that's a fair point. Well, like, what
So-
what percentage of guys do you think it's a big deal? Like, from your experience?
I would say a lot that actually I want to take someone serious.
Like over 50%, or
Yeah.
really?
I would
I
say
think
it's
mine's
like
50-50.
I would say mine's
I would
like
expect it to
I would
be
say mine's
50.
So
like
do you
a
think
60 or
as soon as
70.
do you think as soon as you mention that you have OnlyFans, their perception of you is skewed, and they think like, okay, it's only going to be like strictly sexual. Maybe
Well,
there's not going to be more than anything
not per se,
sexual.
but
This
I
girl's
could-
a thought.
No, not even. Like, I don't know. Sometimes I've thought that they would think like that,
Uh-huh.
but it's just like there's always that boundary where a guy's like, okay, do I actually want to marry this woman?
Yeah.
Like thinking of marriage, actually 5-10 years.
Yeah,
down the
a lot of
road.
guys will be reluctant.
So that's what I kind of think
Makes
of.
sense.
Not thinking about just
Just
right
like
now,
being
just
taken,
thinking
being
of
taken
like
serious.
long run, you
Yeah.
know. So I'm a lover.
I think
guys.
me
I'm sorry.
personally, as long as she's not doing like penetration, if she's just doing solo content, I think I would probably be cool with it. Like, I don't think it would I don't think it would be like a deal breaker for me.
You're open-minded.
Same
I
here,
like
yeah.
that.
So,
Same here.
like,
On some things.
how many
If anything, I
OnlyFans are
would
you
just
currently
come in for the
subscribed
content. Like,
Zero.
I'll not show my face. And
You've
just,
never subscribed to
shoot.
an OnlyFans?
I've never paid for porn ever in my whole life.
Okay, so you
Same
just
here.
watch like free on Pornhub?
I don't even watch porn
Okay, so how do you get off?
By-
Like when you touch
by-
yourself?
by having sex with girls.
But you don't touch yourself?
No, I do no fap.
What does that mean?
Like when you don't jerk
you don't
off.
touch yourself.
Interesting.
Yeah.
The only way you can touch yourself is, or else the only
So
way you can
never
finish
have in
is
your
with a
entire
girl.
life?
No, of course I have. When I was younger, before like I lost my
Yeah.
virginity. Yeah, of course, for
Most
most of
people
my
do,
life.
yeah.
And then it was just like, all right, strictly women. So what if you're at a point where it's like you're not dating anyone and you just have that space? You kind of just.
But then I would just go out and date. Like I have a girlfriend right now. I hook up
Uh-huh.
with other girls with her. She's cool with it.
Oh,
You
wow.
know.
So you guys
So
have an open relationship.
yeah, one way open relationship. But yeah. So yeah, like I have no problem like getting laid at this point in my life. I used to when I was younger. So then I would jerk off. But yeah, I haven't jerked off like in ages.
Okay. I used to find it weird to like masturbate. Now I fucking love it.
Yeah, I don't think it's weird at all.
Everyone has.
I think
I
it's
know,
I think
now
it's
I like-
I think it's different for men and women. Like for women, you can masturbate and then next day you could go out and meet a guy. But for a guy, if you jerk off, it like kind of kills your drive to go out
Yeah,
and meet girls in
yeah.
real life. So I
always-
do
oh
it
my
for
God, I had no
motivation.
idea.
I
Yeah,
always
yeah. Oh, yeah.
find it weird. Like if I've actually like, dated someone and they jack off, I don't want you to ever jack off. Like if we're dating, do not
Yeah.
touch your fucking penis.
Yeah.
Like
very.
I will break up with you. Like I fucking hate that.
Damn.
because-
Well,
because-
but they shouldn't have to.
Yeah.
Let me
But what
ask
if
you
you guys
this.
are in a long distance relationship? Then what?
Then I guess they're
I
gonna
mean,
have to
yeah,
touch themselves,
true.
right?
But how do you know? Like, what do you have a chastity belt on them, or
I
like-
don't know.
Is there like
I
a
mean, I
jerk
guess
off
I
alert?
don't
If it's
know,
long
but-
distance,
Is there like
you
a
should probably
penis
be
touch
together.
alert?
True, but
That's wild.
It's like
You're-
there's an app. This guy's touching his penis, and then you get an
I
alert.
should have like a taser.
You're like, no, no,
Some
no.
zzz,
I mean,
zzz.
I sort of see where you're coming
I
from.
mean, fly me out every week.
I always scold my girlfriend whenever she masturbates because I'm like, no, you're not allowed to touch yourself, only with me. But yeah, I've never heard it the
Y'all
other
are
way.
insecure.
No.
Nah, that has nothing to do with insecurity. It's just more of like a
Yeah.
turn on.
Because here's the thing, like,
What's the insecurity?
Understand, like, here's some perspective, right? Like, personal stimulation is extremely important. Like, if you can't get yourself off and you're not aroused by yourself, how the fuck can you expect anyone else to be aroused by you? Like, you need to be able to understand your body type and what you like and what you don't like. We're not ever going to be able to like get that. Like I had a guy eat my pussy, like, and I'd be like, "Oh, this feels so good," and then I'm like, "Is it so good?"
No.
I don't think
Okay,
it's
I
really
spent the
so
first
good.
20 years
And
of my
then,
life
I'm
understanding
sure,
my penis.
And then, okay, listen, but no, really though, but I do understand the pussy. I'm not asking you to understand your penis because I understand your penis just fine. But what I need you to understand is my pussy. And like, if you're gonna go down on me, and if you don't eat pussy, you are a pussy, by the way, gentlemen. So you need to understand how to eat pussy if you want to arouse a woman properly before you penetrate her. And if you can do that accordingly, I promise you it'll change your fucking life because we will bust it so fucking far open for you that you will never see a waterfall so pretty in your life.
I mean, I kind of agree with you. I do think that it's important to be able to eat pussy. But to
You
your
have
early,
to actually know how, though.
yeah,
A lot of guys
he has a
don't.
fucking.
A lot of
He has a fucking guide.
90% of guys
They
do
don't.
not
They're
know
like,
how. Me and you,
Yeah,
and
I
they
get
think
it.
just by you sticking your tongue and like no,
No,
I'm gonna fake moan, like it doesn't even feel good, and I'm just
I
like,
won't
can
even
you
fake.
not?
I won't even fake it. I'll look
I
up and be
literally,
like,
and I'm like, can
Wait,
you
one
not?
at a time, please. One at a time.
"Can I help you with something?"
Yeah, no,
Like-
I okay, I agree
Do
with
you
you.
need a map? Should I
Like,
draw
lot
you
of
a map?
Guys don't know how.
Yeah, well, he has a guide. He has
I
literally
wrote
a
a guide for
demonstration.
guys.
No, he has a video.
So
where
Video
he-
as
All
well.
right.
He shows you
Video
how to eat it.
Do
demonstrating
you have
how
a
to eat
video of
pussy.
you eating pussy?
Yeah.
Is it out on the internet?
It's part of the product.
Can we watch it?
We'll
I'll show you after.
We'll send you a copy.
God.
I'd love to see. Maybe he knows what he's doing. We'll see.
He knows what he's doing. We'll send you a copy. But I agree with you that
Part of our
you should know how to
arrangement.
eat
Eat
pussy. But I don't see what your earlier point is about insecurity. Like, what's insecurity?
About not having what? Sorry, what was the
Well, you said something like me and her were talking. You said something like that's
Oh, I see.
insecurity.
Mhm.
I don't see what the insecurity is.
I guess
Oh,
because
it's
I didn't want
masturbating.
a guy to masturbate. With
I don't think that's
Well,
insecurity. That's like
no,
a turn
it is.
on.
It's very insecure because here's the thing: like, you have to understand sexuality as a whole, right?
But,
like, why should one person only be just aroused by you?
Not even okay. So
Hold on, let me elaborate. Just
Uh-huh.
before you go on. That's fine. Like, girl, I literally only want them to take it out on you. Like, I only want to be fucked by that person. I only want them to like physically touch me. But yo,
Mhm.
if some porn star is doing some nasty shit that's gonna fulfill their fantasy that I haven't quite reached
my
a
thing
level
is like, tell
to
me.
yet,
I want to learn that. That's what I do.
but that's how it starts.
I'm like,
Is
show me
that-
the video. Let's,
okay,
I
but
will
that- but
learn,
maybe
and
that-
I start.
exactly. But you're saying show me the video. If they haven't watched the video, how are they supposed to show you?
I get you.
So
but
they have to have that time by themselves. Sorry, to understand their
Uh-huh.
own sexuality
before
and what
me.
they're aroused by before you. What me, girl?
But I'm
girl.
saying when I wasn't introduced into their life.
Okay, but before they have things that they're not willing to introduce you. There's levels to this shit. Like, you
Mhm.
know, some guys can be like, yo, I want to eat your ass the first night I meet you. Okay, that takes balls. Like,
Yeah,
you
I
have
wasn't
to
into
have
that. Now
some
I'm into
sort of,
that.
oh, I'm totally into it now.
Uh-huh.
2 years
it.
ago,
I
and
just
I'm like,
started
well,
becoming
you're a
into
weirdo, whatever, what's going on. But now, bro, bust that open.
So this is the thing why I
So-
want a guy to wait is because when they wait to come for me, if you waited a week or so, imagine how much cum
Yeah, I
you're gonna
kind of
have
agree
accumulated.
with you.
And I'm just like,
It-
fuck.
I think it's just a turn
That's
on.
what I like.
It's just
and I'm
sexy.
Just like, if it's like a little bit, I'm like, you just fucking jacked off.
Yeah,
That's
I'm-
it.
that's what
like,
I'm-
I'm the
like,
same.
I'm
I'm the
over
same.
it.
I'm the same way with my girl.
That's
Yeah,
how
yeah. I
think
kind of
about
agree with you.
it.
It's just like a turn on.
But okay,
Complete
but,
turn on.
Like
Yeah.
a huge,
Also, to
I'm
be
like,
fair, like every single
please,
guy
yes.
has spent like 20 years jerking off. Like every guy has more than enough
Like, you
experience
could
with
wait.
beating off.
exactly, I concur that. So here's the thing: if you're, and here's the thing, it's like she said, if you come in like 5 minutes, like cool, you can tell that like they're either new to the whole experience, like a girl as hot as you, or they haven't, like they've been waiting for someone like you their whole life, and it takes a long time. But like, here's the thing: like you said, you've been doing it for 20 years. If you
Well,
can
every guy.
okay, exactly, every guy. You've been touching it for 20 years. If you can calculate accordingly, once, maybe twice a week, where you're building up some stimulation,
Like a
and I'm looking
strategic
at your
masturbator.
Like,
Hey,
I'm saying, imagine how much
I'm a
fun you're
very,
gonna have.
I'm a
Like,
very strategic masturbator. Like, trust me, I let my shit build up before I even bust anything open, and it's because I like to have that stimulation and that anticipation, for that matter. And so I agree that having like a curiosity level to it is normal. But here's the thing. If you're 100% expecting someone that you've been with to only be aroused by you and never watch porn and only ever want to fuck with you, bro, expect them to be bored and want to be divorced by the age of 35.
Okay.
Spice it up.
But I think
Trust
what
me,
she's
you
I think
have
what
to
she's
have
saying
some diversity.
But like,
I think what she's saying is, if we're on the same page, she's saying that it's not so much that she cares that this person gets turned on by someone else. It's just that she gets turned on by the guy saving his loads for her.
yep.
Cool.
There you go.
Saving
Danielle?
notes as
Okay.
well as the drive.
Like,
Like as soon as
even
he
if you
sees you
have-
next time, he's
Like,
gonna just fucking
you
throw
don't
you around.
care.
And
You
just
don't
fuck
care
your
if
shit
he's like watching porn as long as he's not jerking off. But you want that load for
Like,
yourself.
yeah. And
Yeah.
like the whole thing. And then I can
You
tell
don't know
that
what
you've
I'm
waited. I can tell
Get
you've waited. And I'm
in
just like,
my
yes.
Yeah.
In my belly, on my
From
face, in
inside.
my throat.
Get in my
everywhere.
belly.
I'm actually the same way with chicks. Yeah, I'm exactly the same way.
I love it.
Okay. All right, I can concur, and I agree with that. I do. I get the point of like, because me, like, here's another thing. Like, if a lot of people, like men know, like we can get off multiple times in one round.
I've heard.
But obviously, if we've been going at it all week, like maybe after one, we're good. We're like, all right, bro, I'm good. But if we can keep going, like, that we've been waiting and wanting to save multiple rounds for that specific individual. So I can respect that as well.
For sure. All right. Before we get into this was supposed to be a brief segment, but that's okay. I think we had a good discussion.
I don't think anything about us is brief.
Before we get into sugar dating,
Okay.
let's take some questions from the audience, and then we'll get into sugar dating, which is the main topic. Do you have any questions, Davey?
Unmute your mic.
Okay.
What? No one likes us?
Unmute the mic.
Oh, I'm sure they love you.
Unmute your
Kay.
mic, Davey.
Is this
I just want to hear you speak about Game of Thrones in Russian.
I don't speak
I
Russian.
used
And
to
you were
hate the
very rude
Russian
to me when I was
language,
trying to talk
but
to you about
I
Game of
was
Thrones.
not rude.
Yeah, you were. You
I was
weren't
trying-
even
You were in
around.
a
You
rush.
weren't
I
even
was-
like giving me like what I deserved. Like a hot girl like me talks to you about Game of Thrones, and you're like, bro, you should have been like, yes, Khaleesi, what can I do for you? Queen of Dragons.
You do realize we have
Yeah,
a
and
podcast
Vern-
I need to set up.
Yes, exactly.
cameras.
You should have got on your knees and asked me what I fucking should have done for you as your Khaleesi.
I'll definitely keep it in mind for the next time. I will
Great.
heavily
I think
consider.
your fans
heavily-
and followers would have
heavily-
loved to have seen you.
I'm
bow
sure-
down
But
to
we
the
better not.
Dragon
We
Queen.
were
I'm
not live.
sure they would
Dragon
love to see
Queen,
me
they
on
would have
my
loved
knees.
the Dragon Queen, right?
It
How
goes-
about we do a Halloween segment and I'll come on as Khaleesi.
Perfect.
I'll be
Yeah,
fucking
let's do
hot
that.
as fuck.
I'll come on as Jamie
That'd be
Lannister.
awesome.
will
I
be
will
Tyrion.
not touch
Good
Jamie
time.
Lannister, but if you want to come on as Jon Snow, it's a whole
Jon
different
Snow?
story. Jon Snow
All right,
is
food for thought. He's the
careful, it
hero of
might
the
be
show.
fall down.
bastard.
The phone might fall.
Okay,
down.
let's get
Fine.
into
It might fall
your
I have
phone's
to
good.
pee.
All right,
Can I
let's
pee?
yeah, go for it. Okay, we'll just
Sorry.
talk about some shit until you get back because I don't want you to miss
Because
this.
I know a lot about sugar dating.
I
Oh, I know.
Jesus.
Okay.
All right.
She's so
I don't think she likes me.
I thought she was my best friend, guys.
Uh,
I tame her sometimes, but
yeah. Is she a brat?
Get back.
yeah, but she's
Yeah.
oh, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's
a good
okay.
brat though.
Yeah, I figured.
I'm kind of bratty too, so I think you're kind of used
I
to
know,
You-
it.
you
you're
don't-
too sweet. You're too
Yeah,
sweet to be bad.
you don't seem that
You
bratty.
think?
I know how to handle you guys. It's cool.
Handle me. We're on a podcast. What do you need to handle? We're just having a discussion.
Oh,
Yeah.
for
I ain't trying to fuck you live on air.
Oh
Like-
my god, I didn't mean that.
It's like against YouTube policy anyway.
She's like, you wouldn't even have a chance. What do you mean? Do you have like 7 figures? 8? I'm kidding.
Not 8, but
Kidding.
7.
789, 789, right?
Not kidding.
Do you see my 100K YouTube trophy?
No.
I'm a big shot.
Wow.
6, 7, 8, 9.
I wasn't even able to check out the whole YouTube thing.
YouTube sent it to me personally because they were
Wow.
like, "You're
They drop it
such a
off.
That's
badass."
a milestone.
In the mail,
That really is.
Mhm.
4 weeks late, they were like, "Dude, you
Wait,
rock."
what?
They took their sweet ass time to
Wait,
print
presented
every
by
single
Playing with
letter.
Fire. Is your YouTube? thing?
Yeah,
Yeah, Playing with
yeah.
Fire.
Okay, cool. I had no idea. Yes.
Oh,
shit.
jeez, what the hell's going on there?
I'm gonna help her with her pants. You gotta just help her.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You want-
I guess help her. We'll just talk to
She's
you.
sending the assistant.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right. Well, don't worry, guys. We'll turn on our hidden bathroom cam footage so you guys can see what's going on in there. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. Let's just do the hidden cam angle. Hit that, Davey. Perfect.
Right now.
That would be so creepy and funny if we had that.
Yeah.
I always wondered, like, if places have those.
It's illegal.
Okay.
You can't really do it, but I'm sure some people do. Yeah.
Yeah, some kind
There's,
of.
it's like in the news. Like sometimes people get caught doing that.
Yeah.
So you're 100% Italian?
Peruvian and Italian.
Mm.
So
You speak Italian?
no way.
Suena bene.
Do you speak
Pretty
Spanish?
hot. I don't speak Spanish either.
Damn.
I'm such a fraud.
Yeah, I know,
We're not
right?
fraud. We
Okay.
just were raised Americanized. That's
Yeah.
it.
True.
Were you born in America?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would love to learn Spanish.
I was
understand.
not. I was born in Russia. I'm
Oh,
a,
cool.
I can
Were
never
you?
I can never be president. Yeah.
So you speak Russian?
Yeah, I do.
That's
That's
great.
why I was asking her for like
I love Russian.
я говорю по-русски, что ты
You're
хочешь
Armenian.
сказал? Why do you just keep
love
making fun of
it.
me?
Sorry, because you made fun of me and
I've actually never made fun of you.
Sorry,
I've been like
Wait,
super
Russians always
I've
say
been
the
like
word
super nice to you.
suka.
No, you're super rude to me and I work
What's
right. You didn't even
suka?
ask me to
It's
be your
like
fucking
fish or
dragon queen.
Something.
I'm sorry I forgot to ask you to be my dragon
Ask
queen.
her live if she wants to be your dragon queen.
No, the moment is gone
He's
now.
gonna get
You
in
should-
trouble.
you should-
He's
you
gonna get in
should-
trouble.
Bend the knee or die. Just kidding.
Is that like a
That's
Game
also
of
a
Thrones
game.
dialogue?
You haven't seen
I wouldn't
Game of
know.
Thrones?
No.
Bend the knee or die. Have you seen?
No, he
I
doesn't
don't
watch
Game of
it.
Thrones.
So only me and you got
Yes,
that?
you too.
What the fuck?
I just knew
It
it
was
was. I knew it was
awesome.
so- why did we even bring up Game of Thrones?
I'll make you a deal. If you can roll up to my podcast with 3 dragons, I will bend the knee.
We'll see about that.
I like that.
All right, let's get into the next topic, sugar dating. Okay, so are you all 3 of you on sugar websites or just cat?
No, I haven't tried a sugar website.
Good for you. What about you, Miss Champagne sister? No?
Nope.
Okay. Just Kay. Okay, Kay, what's your experience on there and what's your strategy? I guess is my second question.
I have a sugar boyfriend.
Yeah, so first I just want
Did you just
to
remember that?
What?
You said you have a boyfriend. Did you just remember that?
No, I now he's my ex, but
Okay.
I called him my sugar boyfriend
Okay.
because like I didn't really want to date him. But
So here, and that's what I want to talk about. And that's what I want to talk
But it
about
hasn't become my
first
boyfriend.
is that like a lot. Actually, my first sugar relationship evolved from not being on a sugar website. Like it
Yeah.
was very
Mhm.
natural. It was very like I was an intern at a real estate company.
Yeah.
When I was 19, 20 years old, I had an older man who made a lot of money who wanted me to wear short skirts to work. And bend over.
How did you meet this
cool.
guy?
And bend over.
Mhm.
I worked at the same real
Oh,
estate
okay.
brokerage as him. It was literally
Wow.
very natural. It wasn't on a website. It wasn't
Okay.
previously
So he
agreed
just found him
upon.
hot.
So how did the
Wait, hang on. Sorry, go ahead.
how did the financial support start with that person?
Well,
Whatever, how
obviously, it started in a workplace environment.
Okay.
He knew that I wasn't making a lot of money. He knew that I was striving,
Like, you want to make
starving
more money?
real estate agent trying to make a lot of money in a very well-known in market, like still through school. And he said, like, I'd love for you to come over and do some extra admin work for me if you want to wear.
Admin work.
Yeah, no, it really was though. And here's the thing,
Oh.
that's really how it started out. But he made specific requests, and this
Okay.
is how like a mutually beneficial relationship starts to work. Where like, okay, I want you to wear a short skirt and a crop top for the day. I want your hair up, and I want you in black heels. Right. So this is another preconceived notion that sickos have about a.
Wait, why are you
a
pointing to me when you
no,
say
I
sickos?
mean, well, where the relationship was gonna be like, oh, could you, admin work? No, it really was admin work. I was literally transaction coordinating 36
Okay.
over $100
I wasn't there.
million listings, over $1 million listings at a time. So I was literally transaction coordinating over $150 million in transactions
But,
at
so
one
he
time.
told you exactly what to wear.
He told me
You
what to
didn't-
wear, when to wear it, and why to wear
So
it.
did you think
'Cause,
anything?
Of
anything
course
like
I knew,
that?
guys. I'm not fucking ignorant, but like, bro, I grew up in Utah. This was in Utah. This was a very
Was he a Mormon?
You just did it.
conservative environment, and there's very few parts of Utah that are not LDS based, which is the Mormon religion, and he happened to be part of one of those particular places, and I was okay with that. I knew he made a lot of money, and I was like, honestly, I'm young. I just got my heart broken by my first love. He moved to California. I was struggling to take care of myself. I was paying for my brother's physical, speech, and occupational therapy. He had just gotten out of the hospital from his car accident, and I was not one to be like questioning where money was coming
Yeah, I get you. I get you.
So I spent an hour with this man once a week, every Thursday. And I made anywhere from $500 to $1,000 a week.
Okay. Did you guys
and
have?
I was barely 20 years old, and I was like in awe at what it was bringing to my life and what it was helping me do for me and my family.
Did you guys have sex, or it was just purely
No,
admin work?
It was 100. Well, first it started with admin work. It started with me wearing certain, and he could ask that, like, bro, if you're gonna pay me $500 for 2 hours of my time, I'll wear a fucking bikini. Cool. I'll wear lingerie and dust your house, for fuck's sakes. Like, why not? You're not touching me. You're not making me feel uncomfortable. Cool. And then here's the thing, is that's how it naturally evolves, where like you build that trust with a client, where like you do feel comfortable around them. This man started paying for my brother's physical, speech, and occupational therapy. He started doing things for me that wasn't putting money in my pocket, but it was paying off things for my family, that why I was making that money in the first place. So instead of having to pay me liquidated cash, he was running on his credit card, paying for my brother's physical speech for the entire month, which is a $3,500 cost.
Yeah.
And so I was.
How long did this go again?
This went on for almost 2 years that I had my first relationship.
But during those 2 years, it never escalated to like anything sexual. It was just.
It totally did. So
Oh, it did.
If you're gonna let me fucking talk, then I'll continue to evolve.
Continue, Khaleesi.
But it did. There we go. See, he's starting to recognize his queen. But we're getting to a certain point.
Definitely
where
not my queen.
He allowed me to evolve on my own, where I felt comfortable enough. Did I ever have sex with this man? Never.
Oh.
And I can put that on my life. But it did start with, and then he asked me to give him a massage. He asked me to give him a massage one time, and I was like, well, it's kind of weird, but like, okay, cool.
In 2 years, he only asked you to give you a massage like
Wait,
that?
so then it
guys, can you shut the fuck up and let me finish?
Go ahead.
Thank you. Because things evolve slowly but naturally. This is how you build a relationship, and an actual relationship and arrangement with someone where you don't feel like you're paying for your time and things. So I had an arrangement with him. He offered me at one point, okay, cool, I'm going to give you $5,000 a month to come up and see me for every Thursday. You're going to do admin work during the day. And before you leave, you're going to put on a bikini. We're going to have some dinner. We're going to, I'm going to cook dinner. We're going to have dinner together. We're going to put on a bikini. We're going to get in the hot tub.
He's going to put on bikini too?
He wore a Speedo. It was weird, but
Speedo, okay.
But whatever. Like, he was older, whatever. I just let him do his thing. I was like, cool, whatever's coming, fine.
I'm going to put on my adult
diaper. He never
backpack.
made me feel uncomfortable, though. He never touched me. He never forced himself on me. He never made me feel like I was needing to obligate myself to anything other than I wanted to. And that way we would get in the hot tub afterwards. We'd have a couple glasses of wine, and then we would do a massage after dinner and the hot tub and everything. And yeah, we went to the massage.
Like a massage with a happy ending, or just a regular massage?
100%.
Okay.
Yep, he got his happy ending.
Okay.
Hand job massage, and guess what? I was making $5,000 to $7,000 a month at the age of 20 years old, and I was paying off my brother's medical bills. Able to take care of my entire family, and I don't feel one fucking shame in it.
No, I don't think you should feel shame, but okay, so it was like semi-sexual.
But that's how but we never, outside of that, it was literally, so I like it massage. I got topless and hand job happy ending. That's literally
you never took your bottoms off.
Absolutely.
That is one
never.
Expensive hand job.
Never. But guess what? He was in love with me.
Okay.
And he was obsessed with me, and he loved that I carried myself.
That's the part that
I
I
was
find
not
sad.
an escort. He vetted me. He groomed me. He made me the woman that I am today. He invested in my real estate career. He mentored me. He worked at the same brokerage. Remember, I told you how it started at my real estate brokerage. He worked at the same real estate brokerage that I did. He mentored me. He taught me things about my real estate career and my business and made me more money than I would ever make in my entire life if he wouldn't have came into it. I had way more advanced than just a sexual arrangement. He was a mentor. He was he was a daddy. He was a daddy that I never had because guess what? I didn't have a dad growing up.
Do you guys still talk or?
Absolutely.
Okay. Do you think you would ever like date him or marry him?
No.
Was he already married?
No. Okay. He actually was a retired veteran. Had never had kids. But he had nieces and nephews he loved very, very much. He had a disabled brother as well. And so when he heard about my brother, that kind of just really hit home for him. And I think that's when he decided to help invest in me and my career. And it really took off. And I think that's what a lot of people misconceive about arrangements and sugar relationships is that a lot of that comes from a mutually beneficial relationship where we need something from one another that we're unable to get elsewhere. And having that initial disclosure up front, like, hey, I need love from you that I can't get from my wife. Or, hey, I need this touch and the sensual experience from you that I can't get from any other woman in the world without feeling like I'm connected to them or whatever it is, right? If you talk about that initially and it's disclosed up front, that's where the mutually beneficial relationship comes in. And then I say, hey, you know what? I need financial support that I can't get from any other job in the world. I can't get from a 9-to-5. I can't get from selling real estate right now because I'm still building my portfolio or whatever it may be. It became mutually disclosed that we both could help each other in a time that we both needed to fulfill one another's fantasies, desires, and or necessities in order to feel substantial in one another's lives.
Yeah, I feel you. I mean, like, I think from the girl's perspective, I can see why you would do that. You'd have to like spend years building a business to make that kind of money. Or you can just hang out with this guy once a month. So I don't fault you for that. I guess I do find it pretty sad on the guy's part because it's like, why can't you just like learn some game and meet girls in real life? I don't know. That's just my 2 cents on that. But
are you a veteran?
But I think
no, I was not.
Did you serve our country?
No.
Did you serve 2 wars?
No.
Were you traumatized because of the bombs and inflation and attacks that you felt from around the world and being like in Vietnam and being attacked? No.
I was still floating around my dad's sperm sack during Vietnam.
But even now, you're certainly not serving our country and in a combat sort of manner. And so let me give some insight on that a lot of these men are just men that aren't even able to have that elsewhere. They don't even know how to connect with women. They don't have the game that you do. They don't have the skills that you do. They don't have the social media skills and abilities and techniques to communicate with women like you do. They're older and they're traditional.
So it's like PTSD. You think that was
they
like
served their fucking country. They spent half their lives serving their family and serving our world in order to be able to survive outside of being able to put game on bitches and spend money at the fucking club every weekend.
I don't spend money at the club.
I don't think that's how
I never go to the club.
I know, and I'm not saying you do either. But as opposed to other men that feel the same way about men that need that, and like I told you, he didn't pay for pussy. He paid for my time. He paid for my experience. He paid for my essence. It wasn't, and so I just want to give that perspective on the difference of energy and essence as opposed to sexuality and just getting laid.
But do you understand the nuance? Like he's trying to nuance point he's trying to make. He's basically talking about the essence that you're giving. Is it actually authentic? Because it's kind of not really authentic. It's not really you doing out of your will because you're offering a service. Just
to be clear, we're not criticizing you. We're just basically commenting on the guy and how sad it is. And I guess if he has PTSD, that would kind of explain some things. But there's also a lot of dudes who are doing that who don't have PTSD. We call it simping. You can call it whatever, but yeah, I don't know. I just think it's sad because it's like you want like a genuine connection with an attractive girl, but you can't get that, so you have to pay for it. And I understand from the girl's part, like you can make bank. I don't fault you for it.
a woman too, even if we want love, we still want a guy to be able to, I don't want to say support us fully financially, but still have that. We still want to have that financial security. In a man.
Yeah, I get that.
So
I do think it's different when I call it part of the attraction equation. If the attraction equation is based around money, or that's just a secondary characteristic. So like with my girlfriend, like money is not a factor. It's mostly comes down to like looks, sexual chemistry, vibe versus
Clout.
No, she met me before I even had clout. I'm really not that famous, Kay. I'm flattered that you think.
I don't think you are, but she might have just stayed because of it.
I severely doubted because I don't even have that much clout.
Okay. So what am I doing here?
Well, you're here for clout.
Oh, is that what I'm here for?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
What else do you think you're here for?
He doesn't have the cloud that would help him get laid.
Do you think you can't
understand? Like he has cloud.
I know you didn't
when it
come
comes to
here
the men.
as like a fucking charity because you love my content because you're a fan girl.
I thought it was gonna be cool for me because it's my first podcast.
Yeah, no, it's also a fun discussion.
Having fun. Kim.
I like
sorry.
having,
Let's
I like
let Kim
having
talk
open
more.
discussions about different people's opinions, because even
Yeah.
though me and her are sisters, like sometimes her opinion on
Needs to
certain
do-
things of like what she wants in a relationship, I don't totally support, or like
Yeah.
vice versa, same thing. Like say searching for love, she's like, no, you got to like find this thing. So, you know, it's like everyone as a woman, regardless if you're related, regardless if you're not, if you're best friends, if you're, you know, just regular acquaintances, everyone has their own opinions on things. That's why I like podcasts, and I actually do listen to them because, well, it depends. If they catch my attention in the beginning, then I'll listen to them.
Well, obviously now you're going to be a big fan of Playing with Fire
but-
after this.
So I just like love open discussions, and when not everyone is on the same page. I like when people have like opposing opinions, you know.
I agree with you.
That's why I love it. And I'm like, okay, I want to speak. Wait, like this and that.
We've agreed on a lot tonight, but yeah, like I agree with you. I think you can
Yeah.
have good discussions with people who think differently than you,
Mhm.
and it doesn't have to become personal or nasty. You can just have like healthy, like deep, intense discussions.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, for sure.
I build my friendships on that too. I'm like, okay, we don't have to, you know, relate on everything, but like I like the conversation. You know, you have to be able to hold conversation with people.
Yeah, no, I agree. Okay, so let's keep going on this. Okay, so that was kind of like your dip into sugar dating, and then so then at what point did you get on Seeking?
When him and I decided to go our separate ways, and the reason why we did was because I got into a serious relationship for almost 2 years that like I felt guilty kind of being a part of that. And I lived in a very conservative environment. I lived in Utah, like Salt Lake City, Utah was not like welcoming to having a lifestyle.
I can imagine that.
whatsoever. So, I, you know, just decided to step outside of it for the years that I was with Christian, basically the first love of my
Christian
life.
Grey.
In a sense, yes. But you know, and again, he opened my eyes to a lot of my sexuality and like what I was open to and what I wasn't and what I wanted in a man and what I didn't. And when I stepped outside of that, and I was like, okay, well, now that I'm like experienced, I wonder what doors that opens. Because you know, when one closes, many more open. And I wanted to explore, and I wanted to know what that would bring to my life. Little did I know, 3 months in, would I find someone that took better care of me than I've ever found ever. I think a lot of women would be extremely blessed to have someone who did what my man did for me. And I have $150,000 body. No.
Oh.
My next arrangement. Sorry. My
Okay.
next sugar
$150,000 body.
daddy. I have $150,000 body.
Damn.
About to be close to 200. I go in for one last surgery next
Damn,
week.
what kind of upgrades do you have left? I feel like you're kind of you're
You're maxed
there.
out.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
What are you trying to do?
No,
You're gonna fucking get back pain if you get bigger tits.
No, my boobs are not gonna bigger. But I'm gonna get my tummy done and sculpted. And because we have to sculpt my tummy, we have to take fat out of my front and back anyway. So I'm gonna just stick that in my hips because I'm not gonna waste fat. So might as well utilize it.
So you want a
Or-
more
You're not
curvy
worried.
figure
You're not worried about like the health risk of BBL at all.
No, I've had 4 so far, and this will be my 5th. I'm
Mm.
okay with that. 100%. I trust my surgeon
Yeah, it's about
1,000%.
to start.
He's literally like one of my really good friends. And we've done a lot of great work together. So no, I'm not worried about that. And so yeah, I mean, after $150,000 body, we bought a house together. I paid off my brother's medical treatment. I brought him the best care facility that Utah had to offer. And Kyler was at the utmost optimal care during COVID, which I was extremely grateful for. There's not a lot to complain about in an arrangement like that.
Yeah, I get you. I guess let me ask this question. Like, what's your strategy that you use on seeking? Because I'll tell you my strategy, but I want to hear yours.
I'm sure your strategy is extremely similar to somebody that
totally different than yours. Yeah.
It's somebody that I met on Seeking.
Yes,
and they tried to catfish me for whatever.
Well, no, I don't
reason.
catfish girls,
but mine is the complete opposite. Like to be honest with you, if you try to DM me on Seeking, I would like just ignore you. Because you're not a sugar daddy. You're
I'll take that as a compliment.
No, it's great. Then you shouldn't be on that you shouldn't be on that site. You should literally just be on like Match.com, maybe Tinder, or like what's the other one? Grindr. I don't know.
That's for gay guys.
Then okay, then
that's not one I want to be on.
Hey, if the shoe fits, strap it up and wear it.
That shoe is not gonna fit.
Then okay, great. Then just use Instagram or whatever else you have, Twitter. Fuck, I don't know. Like millennials have social media as a platform to meet people anyways. So I feel like dating websites is like really a fucking extra step further. And the only reason why I have an additional one is for the simple fact that it would be an arrangement at that point. And if you're not going to use Seeking Arrangement as an arrangement platform, then fuck you.
We can talk about me right after this, but I want to hear like, what's your strategy on Seeking?
Why don't you tell me yours first so that I picked it first?
Well, can you share yours? And I promise I'll share mine afterwards.
No, I think I've shared enough.
Because if I share mine, like I feel like that's going to influence your answer.
A lot, and everyone's sick of hearing.
I know, but you have such a beautiful voice, Khaleesi. Like I want to hear. I want to hear more of your.
Because I can already almost guarantee what your perception is on it, and you use it to just
perfect, man. Then
what do you think my perception is?
You use it to meet insecure, underrated women that are unaware of what that site actually should be, and they see it, and they're used to seeing old.
Yeah, just be careful otherwise.
And respectfully, are you ready for this?
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't want to
you won't hurt my feelings.
But respectfully, you feel okay with using that platform as your dating source because your only competition is old fucking white dudes.
Correct.
And so the fact that you have to utilize them as your competition shows that you're insecure. And that
or is it that I'm strategic?
No, it's that you're insecure. Because if you were strategic, then you literally wouldn't even need to go out and seek women. They would naturally flock to you because of the and the brand that you're putting out to the world, right? Like me, like I genuinely only have Seeking. I don't have any other thing because I'm only looking for men to spend money on me. So that's strategic. Are you looking to spend money on women?
No, absolutely not. It goes against my moral values.
Why the fuck are you on Seeking Arrangements?
I feel like
I like how we started talking about your strategy and we just came back to me. Okay, I'll answer your question. What was your question?
I feel like us women sometimes, and I notice it with like not just me, like even like friends, because I have like hot friends, you know. It's like we intimidate guys sometimes. Even if a guy's really hot, like sometimes
you guys are
intimidating. Like we're pretty, like not gonna
your last name is Champagne.
I kind of have a bitch face, like I seem like a sweet person right now, but if I'm just sitting there, and I've had even like girlfriends that I have now, like just friends, they're like, Ashley, like when I met you, I thought you were such a bitch. Like you're just standing there and your face is just like, don't fucking talk to me. And I'm like, oh, I didn't even mean to like put that face out. You know, like I'm really sorry. Like I'm a really nice person when you get to know me, like unless you get on that wrong side. But I just noticed with hot women, like we intimidate guys, regardless how the guy looks. That's kind of how I feel. So sometimes
partially agree, yeah.
I mean, I feel like there are the guys that do have confidence in everything, and then there's the other guys. Yeah, you have confidence, but still, we're pretty intimidating. you know, so
Yeah, I kind of
maybe
agree with you. Although I wouldn't say I'm one of those guys that's intimidated. But yeah, I see your point. A lot of guys are. Okay, to answer Kay's question, what am I doing on Seeking? So
that's what I wanted to know.
okay, yeah, I'm gonna address it. What you said, the last thing you said about like if you're strategic, you're gonna have girls coming to you. That only happens to celebrities. I'm flattered that you think I have that potential, but I'm not nearly there yet. I promise you, it's mostly dudes who are sliding in my DMs.
You're lazy
watch-
as fuck, and that's why you get trash pussy. But
What?
Wait, but you have a
Wait,
girlfriend now.
what does that have to do with laziness?
It's lazy.
Not being famous
What?
is lazy?
I didn't say anything about being famous. Do you think that then shouldn't we feel the same way with all these girls? With
Because
millions-
Wait,
Okay,
girls
hold
rap-
on.
Wait, hang on.
Let me make a
I
valid
don't even
point.
talk to guys, even
Shouldn't
if
we
they're
feel
hot.
the exact same way with all these women with millions of fucking followers who bust it wide open on the internet for everyone to see? Like shouldn't we feel fucking intimidated by that? Like we should.
I don't feel intimidated.
We should eliminate our competition by not posting our hot photos on Instagram to have men come approach us that way instead of just and literally just going on like Tinder or whatever else just so that we can get the underdogs, because
Well,
you're literally asking for the underdogs at that point.
Well, first of all, you guys don't need any help getting more guys. I'm sure you get plenty of guys just sliding in your DMs. Second
but
of all,
you need help getting extra women.
Wait,
Is that what you're
I
trying
don't-
to
I don't
say?
have the-
His reasoning.
I don't have the luxury.
I want to hear
let me just
as
finish.
to why he has.
I don't have
first.
the, I don't have the luxury of having women slide in my DMs. It works differently for guys. Like you do realize that, right? Like hundreds of guys are going to slide in your DMs in the next 24 hours. 0 girls are going to slide in my DMs. It's going to be like 20 dudes that are going to slide in my DMs. I'm not like fucking.
Dudes.
I'm not like Channing Tatum or Brad Pitt. I don't have the luxury of having a bunch of girls to slide in my DMs that I can pick from.
So why are you on Seeking?
Okay, so
Yeah,
that's
I want to hear your reasoning.
the reason I'm Seeking is it's by far the best way to meet girls ever as a guy. Your competition, Kate, partially hit it on nail. Your competition on there is really bad. A lot of girls there are just down. They're usually very attractive. So it's just the best lead source ever. And I've tried it all. I'm on Tinder, I'm on Bumble, I'm on Hinge, I'm on fucking.
That's literally why I'm not even on there anymore, because you literally have made like you've just literally fucking saturated the market, and I literally feel
One
like,
person?
I literally feel like you're the Biden of our fucking
One-
country,
one- wait,
and you
one
literally just
person?
fucking spewed
One
your
person?
fucking liberalism all over our fucking.
I'm not even
website.
liberal.
I know you're not. And
Then why
that
did you say
like you should
liberalism?
understand what your venom is spewing, because I don't
What's-
think
what's
you'd
the
really
venom?
like to give off that.
What's
Like it's literally like you're making us all cheap and nasty.
you don't have to meet up with me. I'm not saying you have to meet
I
up
would
with me.
never even
Okay.
talk to a man
That's,
your age.
I mean,
on
that's
that
very pretty
website.
good. But
All right, that's good.
I have a literal minimal. Like you have to be like your net worth is 10 million plus.
Well, I have mine
Your
set to
your
10 million.
annual worth is
Give
5
me-
million plus.
Okay.
Of course I do. Look at him. They're fucking. I think I've seen this dude on there. That's why he looks so fucking familiar. And he's probably DM'd me before. Sorry, baby. I like, bro.
Wait, well, why are you hating
if
so
you're-
much? I
I'm
don't
not-
understand.
Because here's my thing.
You
Because
do-
I'm a traditional sugar baby. I understand what the relationship is supposed to be about. This is for older men that can genuinely take care of a woman. Are you willing to look? Are you okay? Let me see. Listen. Are you offering a monthly allowance to the girl that you reach out to and that you want to have an arrangement with?
I would not
No,
spend
you're looking for
$1.
a fucking girl. Exactly. What do you?
Well, I'm not looking for a girlfriend. I have a girlfriend.
What are you doing?
I'm looking
Why
to
are
bust
you
a
on
nut.
this website if you're
I've
not
already
willing
explained
to
it like
spend
3
a penny a month? Like what? Like I don't understand. Like you're literally using his Tinder.
Yeah, exactly.
It's nasty.
But
And
why-
that's
why is
not
that-
what
why
it's
is it
for?
Why-
You're supposed to be a
why is that so
certified
against-
sugar daddy, because that is what seeking an arrangement is for. An arrangement is a mutually beneficial relationship where one person provides something the other person needs, and you come together and you create a whole. Bro,
But why are you so against me using the website in a different manner than you?
because
Like, I have no
you're
problem with
not
you using the
it-
website.
Okay. Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Did you watch Woodstock 99 that just
No.
came out on Netflix?
No.
Of course you
No.
fucking didn't.
Well,
like it's like
what's
everything-
up with
everything
these
should be
little like
watchable.
snide
Fucking
remarks?
degenerates. Listen,
Sorry, I haven't seen fucking Woodstock 99.
Listen, do your fucking research, first of all. And the reason why I'm going to use these analogies,
okay.
these analogies is because here's the thing. Do you know what Woodstock is? Do you even know what Woodstock is?
Yeah, I knew what Woodstock was.
Okay, cool. Woodstock 69 was the greatest fucking musical festival of our time. Like,
Yeah, I was
literally
there.
of our time, right? No, you weren't. Don't make me spew venom at you.
Damn,
Sorry.
you're getting
you've
riled
done
up.
that already.
You're fucking
already
like
done that. I
saying
know
it's
it.
and
I know
you're
it.
just getting charged up.
Woodstock is like it's authentic, it's vintage, it's fucking music. It's the Flower Child generation, Jimi Hendrix, the Beatles, the Doors,
get it.
Robert Plant. Oh my God, the greatest of our greats played there, right? And it's like that's what it was supposed to be. Woodstock. It's about the music. That's what it is. That's what it's created for. Just like Seeking Arrangements was created for traditional sugar dating. Older men that needed a younger woman to use as their sugar or as their sugar, their trophy to compensate this woman for her time, for her energy, for her essence, for her aesthetic, for everything she brought to the table. Right. And then Woodstock 99, go fucking watch it on Netflix. It's a joke. Woodstock 99, 30 years later, they tried to recreate the same festival. And you watch people degrade the entire, like the greatest music festival of our time. There's trash everywhere. People are expecting things. Women are getting raped. Men are getting.
I'm not raping anybody.
Men are getting beaten to death. It is all over Netflix right now. It's called Woodstock '99, and it's because our generation is fucked up what society's expectations and standards were to what its initiation and initial intentions were. And that's my only prime example is that you're taking something of what its initial use was for, right? Almost like, yeah, like.
Okay, I'm not.
Are you like Are you? Wait. I don't know if you're like a video game fan. I don't know how to use an analogy that would work for you. But you're taking something that was supposed to be so beautifully created.
Simple. I understand. You made your point very clear. You made your point. Okay, let me respond to that. First of all, Seeking was largely created so that rich old dudes could meet young hot chicks to bust a nut. That was the purpose. Now, hang on. Let me finish,
please.
See, there's multiple people who use Seeking for different things, but the actual premise of the website, like, is supposed to be that a younger girl meets an older, successful guy. I'm not old, but I'm quite successful, so technically that. And if we, as two consenting adults, choose to have a different kind of arrangement than you, where I don't give her money, we just hang out and she has a good time with an experienced guy, then I don't see who that hurts. Like, how does that hurt you? How does that hurt anyone? Like, I just don't know why you're taking such like a moral stance against like me using the website differently than you.
Because your intention
it's like you're judging so hard.
Yeah, plus, I mean, think about it this way. First of all, why was Tinder designed? It was for hookups. People get relationships from there. The same with Instagram. Why was Instagram made? For uploading food pictures. Now it's being used as dating. Yeah. Right. So
you can use platforms for different things. Yeah.
And you can use it the way you want it. You have your own set of rules. Just because you're on a platform which is strictly designed for meeting sugar babies doesn't mean you only have to use it that way. If they're two consenting adults, if they're having fun, if she's happy with whatever's going on, then who are you to judge?
I mean, if you read, if you're calculated and you're intelligent, you would understand that Tinder never says, "Yo, use this app to get fucked for the night."
It does say hookup in the thumbnails.
Great, a hookup, great,
hookup,
cool. Great comments. But literally, Seeking Arrangement says if you're looking for a long-term arrangement with another individual, it is specific for sugar dating. It's literally like categorized when you Google sugar daddy websites on the fucking internet. That's what women are going to. It's like if we were looking for a casual hookup or dating website, we would go to Tinder. We would go to what's the other one? Hinge or whatever these other websites are, and like or just stick with Instagram for that matter. But the fact that you literally Google a sugar daddy website, which essentially means from like, stimulation, a man that looks after a woman.
Do you actually
and compensates her for her time and energy?
Okay.
Do you actually think you could? Yeah, but I feel like a lot of people on those sites are like scamming.
And they are 100%. And again, that's the reason. Like
Uh-huh.
the site's been saturated.
There's a
beyond
lot of
belief.
scamming going on both sides, men and women. But okay, let me ask this question: do you think Instagram was designed for dating?
Wasn't it?
To an extent.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think
it was
for dating.
literally the main.
It was.
I thought it was
And-
like a blog
and here's the
site,
thing.
kind of.
And here's the thing: it would never be categorized as a dating website. However, keep in mind, from the initial development stages, as even just MySpace to Facebook to Instagram, always kept in mind social networking. What is social networking? It's essentially dating online, whether it's your friends. Whether it's
kinda
your,
leap.
no, it's
That's
not
a
a
big
leap.
leap.
It's not a leap because where did we meet our first fucking boyfriends that we wanted to call our mom and say, "Hey, I'm going to sleep at my friend's house for the weekend."
know,
No, I
let me
met
give
him on
you-
I met him on
I met
MySpace.
them
Let me give you
School.
one fact. Instagram did not have
I didn't.
messaging feature
Yeah.
until 4 years into the app. So that means it
Exactly.
was not social
I didn't look at
networking.
those apps
It was
as
literally
social.
for uploading travel pictures,
Dating,
uploading
yeah.
uploading
it
food
evolved to
pictures,
that.
but it's
It did
almost like
evolve
part
to
of your
that.
portfolio.
Yeah,
I
it
agree.
became that. People
It
started using
became
it for
that
that.
because
But
people started using it.
Instagram wasn't designed as a dating platform at all. But now it's like the biggest dating platform on the planet.
Yeah, because
Like platforms- platforms-
And you still feel the need to use a sugar daddy website, even though you're not a sugar daddy, in order to get sugar.
Yeah, it's the
Or
best
to
way
date
to meet
somebody.
girls by far.
It's just
I
weird.
don't
Because you're
see-
catfishing them. You want
How's
them
it
to think that
catfishing?
you
I'm using
have
my real
money.
photos.
No, you
I
want,
do have
okay,
money.
but you want them to think that you're going to spend money on them and they're going to take care of them because that's what they're there for. You understand that, right?
Some
Only woman is ever going to pay attention to you on that website is because they think that you're going to provide them with something that they cannot provide for themselves.
some girls don't give a shit. Some girls just
Some
want
girls don't give
to.
a
Some
shit.
girls just want to date like
They're
a
just-
successful guy.
And
Some-
those are the women
some-
you want to surround yourself with.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would prefer
We prefer
those
that.
girls. Some
We would
girls,
totally
some
prefer
some
that.
girls just want to have a 50 Shades of Grey experience.
So weird.
Some girls just want to like meet a cool guy that's like they think has social proof. Yeah, there's many different girls on there. I agree with you that like a lot of girls want to make fucking money on there, but that's not the only type of girl. There's a whole bunch of other girls.
Mm.
Like you're not the only girl on Seeking. There's girls who use it for different reasons than you.
Yeah, and you term yourself as a professional sugar baby. Most of them are not.
Yeah, that's
They're not-
fine.
they
You
don't
can be a
even term
professional
term
sugar
themselves
baby.
as
Fucking clue what's
professional
going on in the
sugar
world.
babies.
Yeah, no, I can see that clearly. It's unfortunate
What's unfortunate?
that they're uneducated.
But why are they uneducated?
But actually, you guys can buy my guide. I do have a sugaring guide available at kbydesign.co for a lot of women that are looking to learn how to sugar properly and create a genuine arrangement.
All the women
with
who are
somebody.
watching, buy her guide.
Yeah, like 3 girls are gonna buy. What?
That's
What?
fine. Men can learn how to do it too. It's for men. If you want to you want to learn how to bag a bunny or a woman that looks like us and catch our attention full time, trust me, I can help you do that as well.
And drop like 10K, or you can do my Salt Daddy guide. Okay. Anyway,
Because he's getting
I'm dead
from us
serious.
to this. That's fine.
So, but why are you like? I don't understand why you're like shaming the woman. Like, why are you saying they're uneducated?
Yeah,
Because there's
that's
levels.
like-
I mean, it happens to be like are like
Because those women could say the same thing about you, and that wouldn't make it true. Like, you can't just say because someone wants something different than you, they're uneducated.
it's not about wanting something that they don't know what they can have. If I were to tell them, honey, I could help you make $10,000 a month if you utilize this app accordingly, I guarantee you they would never talk to you again and come take my guide.
But not everyone's primarily
learn.
driven by money.
That's exactly it.
Like some
But I
people.
promise you, when they're on that website, they are. I promise you.
Yeah, but then
No woman, no woman, unless
Uh-huh.
she is literally thirsty, nasty, and can't get fucked by anywhere else in the world, is on Seeking Arrangement just looking for a dick down.
So you cannot envision
She
this.
must
I
be
guess she's talking about
extremely
the app.
desperate, just coming down, just looking for a dick down on that website. And if you guys think that that's what she's looking for there, you have to question why.
So you cannot.
Because girls get, like you just said earlier, women get 100 messages a day from guys saying, hey, this and that. Like, bro, you think we need to be on Seeking Arrangements to get a proper dick down from no offense, but average looking guy like yourself? Like, we need
Why?
that? Like, we're seeking that? That's what we're seeking. No.
Don't you think I'm
When
slightly
we
above
get
average?
on when we get on Seeking
It's the blue eyes.
Arrangements,
Blue eyes. That's a plus.
When we get on seeking arrangement, is because we are seeking something that we cannot provide for ourselves or get at an easily expendable rate through
Okay.
social media or whatever
So
else.
you cannot envision any girl who wants to just maybe have a relationship with like a guy who has
Cool,
his shit
successful guy.
together.
Cool,
Like
successful guy.
that you cannot envision that at all.
On seeking arrangement, no.
Why?
Because have you read the terms and agreements that we get as a sugar baby?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, I understand how seeking works.
So you understand that we're looking for a sugar daddy.
Yes.
A man who spends
But,
money on us. I don't know
let
if
me-
these men don't comprehend what that means.
No,
will
we
also
fully,
give
we
you-
fully,
bro,
we fully
when
comprehend.
we
There's no need to be condescending.
sign up for this arrangement,
I will
though,
also
when
give
we
you-
sign up
She's
for that.
saying,
Like
on the
that's
app.
what it means.
I will
Like,
also give
bro,
you another
Okay.
line
we're
in
not
the
coming on
disclaimer.
there to get dick.
Listen to me.
But you
And
keep,
if you think we're on there to get dick,
you
well,
keep,
bro,
you keep,
We
you
never
keep,
really
no,
said
no.
you
only
keep
dick.
talking. Wait, hang
Now,
on, hang on, hang on, hang
now,
on.
there
hang on.
are extremely ignorant women that will
See,
literally
there we
just
go,
be
the
like,
shaming.
and I will say that, and I'm not shaming, but yes,
You
you
are.
are ignorant. If you are on seeking arrangement and giving your pussy away for free, you're ignorant,
But
bro.
why are you
because,
ignorant?
Because why would you could just do that on Instagram? Why would you be on seeking arrangement for that? Like you're supposed, it's specifically calculated for a particular purpose.
Maybe she wants to meet successful guys.
I was gonna
Or
say maybe they
Successful
wanna date
guys, like
someone
who she
has-
cannot find on
That are
Instagram
bringing
because
value to
Uh-huh.
them?
Well,
That's
on
an
Instagram you can
Like,
just
average.
I don't understand what
lifestyle.
is
Right.
like why you can't fathom a girl just wanting to date a successful guy. Like she's dated a few losers and she wants a successful boyfriend. Like, why is that so unfathomable?
And she wouldn't think that a successful guy is on seeking arrangement because he has problem dating women
Wait, what?
and naturally.
Like,
why-
say that again. I'm
Like
confused.
what? Like why would we go on seeking arrangement to date a successful man, quote unquote, such as Myron, that he wants to brag about all his
There goes not talking
accomplishments.
about Fresh and Fit.
And he wants to talk about all his accomplishments and the beautiful person that he is. But like, bro, don't you think that if we were on that site and just looking for a sugar daddy, which by the way, that is why every woman is on there, we would
Disagree.
think that a man that's on there would have something fucking wrong with him if he's just looking to date someone regularly. No, it's either because A, you can't afford it, or B, because you have problem pulling pussy on your own.
But neither one of those applies to me or any of my friends.
I don't agree. But I mean, hey, we all have our own perception.
I mean, which one of those do you think applies to me? Do you think I'm broke or do you think I can't pull pussy?
It depends on what kind of pussy you're trying to pull.
Like, do you think I have a hard time pulling girls?
I know you could never pull me.
Well, I'm not trying to pull you.
That's fine. But I know that you could never pull a woman at my capacity.
I've
Because
pulled
of the mentality.
girls who are as
that you've
attractive as you and
showcased.
more attractive than you
That's fine.
countless times.
And the fact that you feel
I've
the
shown
need
it.
to, showcase that throughout the evening. Like that, it's literally just.
Well, you're
Say
That was the
that
first
every-
time you brought it
yeah,
up.
you're bringing it up.
Yeah.
I never brag about like the girls I get. You're just bringing it up.
You just kept
So I'm
saying
just saying that
he
you're
cannot
correct
get you,
about
but
that.
then that was not the
Yeah,
point.
like
That makes
I
sense.
get attractive girls all the time. Like I have no problem getting
But I thought you
attractive
have a
girls.
girlfriend.
I do, but it's a one-way open relationship, so I can pull girls.
How did you agree to that? Like an open relationship?
We were both. I mean, we were both on the same page. We're both like, she's not really jealous. She
Mhm.
was cool with it.
So who brought it up? You or her?
It was mutual. Yeah.
I've never understood open relationships. I'm
Yeah,
kind of
me
like,
neither.
why are you in a relationship?
Because you want
I met
Fun.
this girl one time that was in a relationship with another girl, and she's like, it's an open relationship. She approached me,
Okay.
and I was like,
Okay, can I have
in
your
my
water?
head,
I think it's because
I just never understood the whole
I
open
think it's because
relationship
they
type of
like
thing.
they like each other. Cool, you guys like each other, love each
Uh-huh.
other.
You get the emotional intimacy, but you
Uh-huh.
don't have to have the sexual exclusivity.
He
Oh,
actually said something
yeah,
the
I
last
guess I
podcast,
can
which
see that.
Uh-huh.
which is so resonatable or whatever. So he was saying that in his previous relationships, when he's like mutually exclusive with the person, and he would look at other hot girls, he would like want to fuck them, but then he
Okay.
would suppress those urges.
I would build
In the
resentment.
end, build resentment towards the girl he's dating. But then if he would do the other opposite is even worse, because if he goes and lies and cheats, she's
Yeah.
gonna be even hurt, and then like the relationship is obviously gonna collapse. So he's
Right.
better off being honest and upfront, saying that I will have urges to fuck other girls. I want you to be okay with that.
Okay, got it.
Mhm.
Because what's the worst? It's resentment or he cheats on her.
Yeah.
Neither one of
And
those
I
is
don't
ideal
fucking
outcome.
It's ideal at all.
I don't
Not at all ideal.
Yeah, this is like the most solid relationship I've ever been in.
Okay,
Like,
that's cool.
You switch the camera.
definitely by far, like
It's
the
still on
best.
this camera.
But anyway, getting back to so you're not on Seeking anymore because of me.
Me? No, actually, because just in a place where I'm not necessarily
Seeking.
seeking an arrangement. I make my own money right now. I'm about to have my last surgery. I'm going to be down for a couple weeks. I have actually 2 arrangements with 2 very great gentlemen that I don't necessarily need another right now. My
So
profile's
you're-
still active, but
You have 2 parallel arrangements at the same time right now.
yeah,
Do they know about each other? Or?
yeah, I'm very open. Like I'm not, but the 2 that I have here, keep in mind, Miami and Utah are very different markets.
I couldn't envision that.
Yeah.
So like, when I had mine in Utah, at a $10,000 allowance every month,
Damn.
plus flights, trips, travel, anything else I wanted. It was very different from like Miami where and that was very exclusive. Like he wanted to know that I wasn't doing OnlyFans or had any other arrangements going on. And I was okay with that because I was being very well compensated for my time. It was worth it. But now like it is like, if it's not super consistent, but like they're in town and it works and things, and we take care of each other and things work out for one another. And I take him out with my girlfriends. I show him a good time. We go to restaurants. There's so much more of like an experience he would get here that he wouldn't otherwise. They know that like I'm not exclusive to them. Like they're not giving me 10 grand a month or plus that for that matter.
Right? They don't ask.
Or-
They
I would
don't. They
assume,
don't want to
yeah,
know.
they
They
don't
don't
care.
really want to know.
Are you exclusive to Fresh? I heard he had a crush on you.
Fresh?
I'm just kidding.
I mean,
kidding.
he was in love with me. For
Aw.
a long
Yeah.
time. That's
So
fine.
sweet.
I picked that up in the podcast. Okay,
Yeah, we
let me ask you like a few more questions on this. Do you just answer this one honestly? Do you think that this like in any way like fucks up your ability to do regular dating? Meaning like you get accustomed to like
It's so
do you think it fucks with your head?
Mhm.
What
In
are,
what way?
what like yeah like how you like what's your plan to counteract that, or are you just gonna like do this indefinitely?
I mean, I just look at men like if they can't do something for me, like I'm
You just look at
completely uninterested.
Mm.
Like I don't even like at this point, like I've even got to it like there's levels to like kind of getting to a certain point where you're completely turned off by average men, but like if they're not like providing me with something, what like even good dick at this point is like, bro, I can get myself off. I can
good
get
dick is
myself
reasonable.
off. I'm good. I really don't need all of that, but and I do it, and I question that because like and I look at men that I would like seriously date, and then I'm like, okay, but how are like swear they to me? Like, are they willing to film with me? Are they going to pay my bills? Are they going to do anything for me outside of what I could do for myself? Then like, I'm really not even aroused. And so,
Yeah.
like normal dating.
It depends on
like,
what you're looking for. And
So
what
it
you're
has-
doing.
it has, like-
mediocrity doesn't arouse me.
so it has kind of like messed with your head a little bit.
Kind of made you
100%.
jaded? Do you think it
What's-
kind of made you jaded?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I would agree 1,000%.
What
I appreciate the honesty.
do you plan on getting married one day, or
I've been proposed to twice. I was never in a place where I was willing to say yes or no. But
put a one in the chat if you
it-
think I should propose to Kay?
Queen Khaleesi.
Yeah,
Will you
as
be
Jon-
my dragon-
as Jon
will you be
Snow.
my dragon mother?
We hate each other so much that I think it's gonna be good.
It might be all right. But no, I would love to get married one day. Like, but I literally have such a specific ideology on what I'm looking for in a man and what we would be able to create and
What are you
like,
looking for?
contribute to one another. That like I'm just not willing to compromise whatsoever. Like even the slightest bit of adjustment, I'm like, red flag, good, bye.
Wow.
Have a great day,
What do you
bye.
mean by compromise?
I just have things that I need to be crossed off my list, and if the list isn't met, like
You don't have
okay,
a
so one
list.
thing I'm
Okay.
learning with K by design, like
Uh-huh.
so like one thing I'm learning how to teach young women that I coach is like how to manifest like your ideal man, right? And like how
But no
do we?
one's perfect.
I'm not looking for like a perfect man. I'm looking for my perfect man.
Yeah, no one's
My
perfect. Yeah,
perfect
but no
man.
one's perfect in your eyes. Everyone is always going to have that flaw, but it's just
So you have to-
what you're
Not
willing
some
to
average
cope with.
Russian like
Yeah.
me.
It's what you're willing to cope with. That's the thing.
So-
it's like there's pros and cons
But-
always.
But also, like, what makes you feel
Like I love love, guys.
like, oh,
I'm
baby,
sorry.
me too.
I love
and
love.
it's funny as I sound like a savage, but really, like, I just want like
You're definitely
a
a savage.
beautiful Italian man to kidnap me for 365 days and
Italian?
give
Okay.
me a certain
The
amount of
movie,
time
the
to fall
movie.
in love with him. Yeah, exactly. He knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I literally like if I
That almost
could
sounds
have
like a
that, It is a movie. It is, but honestly, that's what I want. And like I have this ideology, but here's the thing: like if I
But
found
don't you-
that.
okay, continue. sorry.
Italian guys, feel free to
I would
kidnap her.
surrender. and
Okay, drop your
submit.
address.
I would surrender and submit. Like, Daddy, yes, what do you want?
But don't you think
whatever you need?
If anything, like these movies are setting up a wrong picture. They
Yeah.
they do the same thing with men as
or
well.
they
Like
just
showing, like, a
broaden
Dude,
their-
on the
It's
beach.
not going to be a
It's a
charming
movie, and
Italian guy that
that's
kidnaps you. It's going to be some fat dude with a neck beard.
I don't think so.
Redneck.
I mean, I literally. I mean,
I saw you
Whatever-
on the PWF podcast.
whatever you need to tell yourself to feel better. But I do get approached by men that look like Massimo on a daily basis, and it's because I'm manifesting
He's
that.
hot.
I'm saying it like, yo,
I'm
and
so
Nacho,
jealous.
And Nacho and Massimo are both my boys. Like, bro, if you
Oh my
boys are
God.
like, they have a chance. I'm like, and I manifest. I'm bringing that to my like. That is what I'm telling the universe that I want, I need, and
but
I am worthy
what is
of.
happening on these approaches when they're approaching and they look like
Yeah,
Massimo?
are they going
They're not
anywhere?
What's
checking off
happening?
the list
What's
of
happening with them?
What do you mean?
Like they're approaching. You
Like,
said,
does it go anywhere?
does it go anywhere?
I mean, you guys have
Because
seen
you are
the one.
manifesting.
You guys have seen the one. that I'm
You are
talking to
manifesting
right now.
someone, right?
He's
Okay.
so hot.
Yeah.
Like I literally would.
Mhm.
I don't know what to do on his face, but yeah,
When did this happen?
Uh,
When did this approach happen?
it's been like almost a couple weeks ago.
Okay, did anything happen
Yeah, what's the
further?
story?
Things are happening. I mean,
Okay.
you don't
For
like.
now.
Yeah, we're not gonna spill the. I'm not gonna spill the tea. Like,
But
this
you
is the
just
thing.
met him. That's
Things are
a-
going great. Things are
means.
going great thus far. That's all I can say. Because at this point, I've also learned that when like you do have a social media platform and you're growing and things are like, you have to be careful about what you tell people.
All right,
because
guys, DM
it
this
literally
dude.
will just no. I'm not. You won't know who the fuck he is, and you never
a
will. And
joke.
the reason for that is because. Again, it like you can just spew venom into the world, and like people want to see you fail. Like when you have love and all these things like are surrounding you, they'll
Yeah,
just like.
I want
wanna
to
find a
see
way
you
to
become.
hurt
I want to see you succeed and become a Armenian mommy of 5 kids who makes Armenian
Five
food
kids? No.
and fucking
I want like 3 kids.
does all
And
that.
I want to be married.
How many kids do you want, Kay?
like
Maybe
I
one?
definitely want one. I do want one.
They're having
son.
at least 5 kids.
I want no. You guys know how old I am?
She's gonna be that strict mom.
16?
26, 26, 27?
I'm 27.
Yeah.
I'm not having 5 kids. If I do have
That's
one
27.
child,
Possible, yeah, it's
I would choose to
Pretty
be. I mean, he's going to be a son, and he's going to be named after my disabled brother because I want Kyler to have a nephew that's just a little protege of him. And then if I choose to have a second child, it would be a daughter because I do want my little girl to have a big brother like I did Kyler.
Can you name him after
Kyler-
me because this has been a very influential podcast for you?
Aw, I'm
And
sure.
it changed
I
your
think
life?
I think I actually changed your life, and I think you're really happy
Did you?
about
I don't
the
think so.
energy we brought to the table here.
No, I'm happy you guys came, but it was a good discussion. But okay, so I want to get back to. No, I don't want to make it seem like I'm ungrateful. Like it was a good discussion. It got a little heated, but I like that. I guess my question is this: like, are you concerned that like the sugaring is gonna fuck up with your ability to like get a guy? Like, do you have any like action plan for that? Like, how are you gonna counteract that?
What do you mean?
Well, because
I think
okay,
it
because
just
you were
puts her
saying that you,
standards at a more higher caliber of to what
Mhm.
she.
but you also get used to
willing to
transactional
accept.
encounters.
Yeah, so that's
Oh, okay.
that's her standards now, though. I feel like that's kind of where her dating life is. It's like that's her standards. If you're not willing to pay for my hair whenever I want, okay, I want this surgery. You know, you're willing to do this. Oh, babe, I'm getting my nails done. Okay, babe, here's the money. She's used to that, so that's kind of her standard.
But do you
now.
want
And
that
it
in your
doesn't have
husband?
to just
Saying.
come from an older, ugly man. Like I expect that
that's her
from like the
standard.
best looking man that I'm with
Yeah.
now. Like even the big black dick,
But that's
good
what I'm
looking
saying.
motherfucker that I'm fucking every night. And like, no, I want that regardless.
So that's
because
what I'm saying. In relationship wise, that's her standards.
there's levels to it
Basically.
where like you expect it from men you were never really fucked with, and then you expect it from men that you kind of fuck with, and then you expect it from men like every man that you fuck with. Like, bro,
It
if
just
you don't
puts her
bring this to
standards at a
that's
higher
fine.
caliber.
Because here's the thing, I can do it for myself. I can do it for my. I don't need it. I'm not requesting it. It's not an ask. It's not a requirement. It's literally just like, if you can't do it, somebody else will. So goodbye.
Yeah, I get you. So you want like something like that even from like your future husband?
Absolutely.
Like, yeah, a future husband to take
He wants
care
a
of
woman
you.
that looks like me. Like I just told you how much this body's worth. You think he's gonna get married to a woman like me without reinvesting the amount of money that I put into myself to look like this? No, because he wouldn't be dating or marrying an average looking woman regardless.
But like, okay, the one counterpoint I would say to that, are you concerned that like I think that a lot of guys who have a lot of shit going from them, like why would they go for a transactional type of relationship when they can get a non-transactional?
They have a lot of they
Like
have
like the kind of guy
great
you
lifestyle.
want, assumingly has a lot of options.
I don't.
I
Plot
have my
twist.
opinions on things. Like,
Yeah, go ahead.
Go for it.
like with that, I mean, okay, so if a guy is financially in that caliber and stuff like that, they do have a lot of options. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, I feel like for a guy, they should have that old mentality, as in like, they're going to take care of the woman. Not saying I'm going to give you an allowance. No, but okay, I marry you. You live with me. I pay the rent. Obviously, you live in my house. You know what I'm saying? You want to decorate the house? Okay, babe, here's my card. Go decorate the house.
But this
it's our house.
down the line in the relationship.
So
Let's
that's
say
how
it's
I-
after 2 years.
Yeah, that's how I
But
look at things.
if it
Okay.
starts off that way, that means it's like the president has been already said. It's like it's going to be transactional.
Mhm.
And at some point, if a guy has a lot of options,
Uh-huh.
he's going to actually look like, okay, this is becoming way too transactional. I can feel it. I might go for
Yeah,
someone
no
that's
guy's ever
not
going to
gonna
want to
feel
feel
like
used.
transactional.
100%.
Yeah.
Like,
So that's his point.
Well, some guys actually get off on that, but yeah, most guys, the kind of guys that you want to settle down with, don't want to feel used. Correct.
mhm. It's like a turn off for guys.
But there's some really bizarre guys who want to feel used, and they will actually pay you money to feel used. Like they will pay you money to insult them.
My special day.
I mean, there's some weird fetishes
I do the
out there.
I do the dominatrix thing, so yeah.
Oh, you're a dominatrix?
I can do both. Like honestly, like when I have a lot of my fans that love to be dominated by me because I'm a very powerful woman. But when I'm genuinely intimate with a man, I want to be.
You're submissive
completely
at heart,
submissive
yeah.
To him,
Yeah.
To the right man. But like, if I don't feel like I can be submissive, and you're a fucking joke. I'm gonna laugh at you.
We were talking about this when you were in the bathroom. You definitely fall under the brat category.
That's fine. I knew you. I don't think I could hear everything you were saying. That's really funny.
I don't know if you were so
Do you
into
even
your
know
bathroom
what brat doll
experience.
I would be?
What kind of rag doll you would be?
It's called a brat doll. Do you know what kind of brat doll I would be?
I don't know what that means. Brat
Yeah,
doll?
There's
Prostitute,
this categories.
Jasmine,
I
and
don't
Jade.
know.
Yeah, I didn't know those
Maybe I'm
types of
getting the
brat
Jasmine
dolls.
vibe a
And
little.
Jade.
Okay, I used to be in love with brats when I was younger.
Jasmine and Jade. I think I'd be
I don't-
Jasmine and
Is
I
it like
Jade.
a
see that.
Disney cartoon show or something?
You'd be
No,
Megan.
they're like little
No,
Barbies,
they're
but like
Oh,
Yeah.
like
Barbies.
with big heads and like
I
big
think
lips. Like they were very accentuated.
They were
Basically.
Barbies on crack, and it's funny because
Accentuated.
like
They had
they were the ones with the
accentuated
hips
features.
and
Okay.
like the boobs. They were the ones that like
I used to
started
love them.
the cosmetic surgery of like the doll thing.
Yeah,
So,
like even
love
girls
them.
that go like, oh, I want the Bratz doll lips because their lips are literally
Which
what
is
girls strive.
literally what I look like.
They're
now,
just like they
so.
want the
Huh?
yeah, super like pouty look.
Yeah.
So,
Pouty.
Is your like conservative Armenian family like cool with your lifestyle? Like, are they on board with it?
That's a good question.
In regards to like my family, first of all, my father's extremely absent. My mother is not on social media whatsoever.
Mm.
Neither are my grandparents, and so
Mm,
they literally have no idea.
mm.
So-
I
Okay,
think
so-
the only family member that has an idea of like who I am or like what I do online is like my little cousin. But she's 21. She just had her third child, which is what my family wanted for me. And I just refused for that. And she knew that that was never my lifestyle. And I honestly think that she would be so scared of what my family would think if she showed them that she would never show them because she doesn't want to be like, hey, by the way, like it's kind of just like an unspoken thing. And I really I'm not worried about it at that
Would you-
point.
But when you like show up to the family reunion
Well,
looking
then I have
all
a question.
upgraded, like I'm sure they notice, right?
yeah, I feel
Oh,
like you
my
haven't
family's
talked.
always known about my surgeries. Like I've told my grandparents, and my mom is the one who's come and take care of me after every single one of my
Okay.
surgeries. I'm about to go in and get my tummy done next week. Like my mom's gonna come take care of me, and like my family knows about that. Like you know what? it's my money. I do what I want. If you guys don't approve of it, cool. I mean, yeah, when I pulled up to my grandparents' farm, they have a very big farm, 3 hours outside of Salt Lake, and I had big boobs and big lips one time after 2 years of not being there. They were like, "What the fuck?" Not like saying it, but like their faces were like, "Oh, honey."
Yeah, I can imagine.
But then they were, they adapt accordingly, and as long as I'm happy, I think that's really what it came down to. And I am happy. I'm extremely happy with my results.
Your question,
So.
Kim.
What?
Yes, Kim.
Oh, go ahead.
I had a question.
Yes,
I don't remember it now.
Well, if you think of it,
Like a long
what bra size were you originally? I'm just curious.
If you guys want to see, I will happily show you my before and after pictures. They will blow your
I haven't
fucking
even seen these
mind.
Sure. We can't really like put this on the screen, but I'll
unless they wanna
verbally
zoom
describe it, guys.
in. But you guys can go follow me on Instagram to see. But yes, if you guys want to see the before and after, you can just zoom in. It's pretty extensive for a face, and you guys can just go from there.
Oh yeah, they've gone. Oh wait, this is not her.
No, that's not.
It's definitely me.
No, we're the second photo. It's like a different.
It's
shot.
all me.
Second is
This
also
this
you?
is you.
That's me.
Wow.
You look-
That's not
They're all
you.
me, baby. They're
You
all
look so
me.
different.
Every single one of
Yeah,
those are me.
Yeah, you were like an A or B. Like
Every single one of those are me.
yeah, your boobs are like way bigger. Yeah, you were like an A, right?
B34, sure. Yeah.
That's crazy, yeah.
Damn.
What
Now,
size are you
now you're
now?
like a
What's
double
the
D.
D.
Different
But what's
E.
the
person.
CCs did they put?
525. So
No
yeah, that's all
way.
me.
525.
That's so funny.
That's all me.
I have 550s and mine look way smaller than yours.
There's another one.
No, I think I get the gist of it.
But I mean,
Small boobs in the
Oh, that's
past, big
incredible.
boobs now. I think
That is incredible.
yeah.
those are my mug shots.
Wait, that's
There you go.
that's not
Real
you.
mugshot.
Right?
They're all me. You guys
That's
think
you.
I'm fucking joking. Scroll.
It doesn't look like you.
So what was
This-
She's the blonde
yeah,
hair
that's
too.
not
I think
her.
I've seen her.
That's
Salt Lake
fucking
County,
me.
Salt Lake City, Utah. That's her.
You used to be a white girl? Like I don't understand. Like this is fucking looks like a white girl.
But yes, that's me.
Why did you? I mean, are you okay talking about it?
You-
Why
you've
did,
done-
why'd you
you've
get
done-
arrested?
You've done
Huh?
a.
Why did you get arrested? Mugshots, right? There.
Oh shit! I didn't even think of that.
Oh, yeah, you didn't even keep going. I have more, by the way. There's another one.
Oh
Yeah, I saw that.
I think.
There's another
I saw that, yeah.
one.
Are these all different?
There's another
times?
Damn, how many times are you going to jail?
4. I think there's 4 on
What,
there.
what are you doing? How many?
But, you know, I
what
just
laws
had
are you
a-
breaking?
I just had a dark past. Like I honestly was going to parties every weekend, and like when you're in Utah, because of how conservative they're, like out here in Miami, like they would never like
You wanna
bust
just
underage
unleash,
drinkers,
you
right?
just fucking
They're
unleash.
like getting real murderers and shit out here. No, in Utah, they don't have that. So like if you're 17 and drinking, or even 20, 5 days before your 21st birthday, they're gonna fuck you in the ass because they can.
This was
So,
all for
yeah.
underage
It was
drinking.
underage drinking a lot. I did a couple armed
Wow, that's
robbery,
crazy.
but like
Oh, that's a little.
I
That's a little
wasn't-
different there, Kay.
I wasn't the one that did it. I was just with a boyfriend, and I was like a conspiracy
Associate.
against all that
Yeah.
stuff. So but
Interesting.
we've evolved from there. So
Okay, so you're no longer going to jail on the reg.
no,
That was
Not
Spent
since
10
was
years.
okay.
It's been 10 years.
bigger tits, less jail time.
There we go.
That's a logo. Okay.
Okay.
All right, let's take some questions. And then yeah, that was basically the topic. All right, yeah, let's do some questions from the audience.
Okay. To the blonde highlights, what's your nationality?
Is that me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're both
Both of them
half
are the same,
Italian,
but-
half Peruvian.
Yeah, Peruvian, Italian, and Japanese.
Japanese.
Oh, wait.
How much percent?
Every single time I ask you, like, there's an ethnicity that's added to the
Well,
list.
so
Next time it's gonna be
yeah,
Indian.
our dad has Japanese on his side. So
Grandparents?
I
Or
don't
dad?
exactly. Yeah,
Okay.
on my dad's side, I don't
So,
exactly
like,
know the
less than
percentage.
15%? As in
Yeah,
50%.
it's not
Kamikaze.
50%, not at all. But yeah, we have a little bit percentage in there.
Cool.
Wow. It's pretty crazy.
I like it because I feel like no one can ever guess my ethnicity.
Yeah,
ever.
Japanese is never
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
come up.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
would not
I mean,
guess.
I get Italian a lot, all the time. I guess like
Yeah.
my face and my skin complexion. I
Damn,
always
I'm
get
just
that.
realizing you guys have super white teeth, all three of you.
Yeah, we take
Thank
care
you.
of them.
Look at
I
that.
had
Everyone just
Invisalign
grilled
for
each
like
other.
We're all,
2 years.
Ah.
So
Kay's making it all fucking seductive, but yeah.
I mean, whatever.
All right. Next question.
Next question. How many times a week do y'all get approached in real life?
Ooh,
Like,
juicy.
not at all, because I'm usually in my house.
I was gonna say I don't go outside.
I'm in house.
Okay.
Yeah, like
But
I'm
I
in
do
my
get approached
bed.
at Publix a lot.
I was gonna say at the supermarket.
Okay, but you mean
supermarket.
like in
Yeah.
person,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like
In
he
person.
means
Yeah, yeah,
in
yeah.
person.
Yeah.
Like no, these girls still go to the supermarket. I don't even go to the supermarket. I
Do you
get
just
that
get
shit
Instacart?
delivered. Yeah,
Instacart,
man.
yeah.
Like Instacart.
I like
where it's
picking
at.
my
I like going
strawberries.
there.
What do you mean? If they Instacart me some bad strawberries or non-organic blueberries, I'm gonna be like,
Refund,
Not organic
refund,
blueberries?
refund,
Blasphemy.
Yeah.
Oh
refund,
my
refund.
I need
God.
to like squeeze my avocados.
Yes,
I'm
squeeze
that
it.
person
Really nice.
when
I like it when you squeeze your
I
avocados.
squeeze both, and I have to like hold the banana. It has to be like big enough, just saying.
You
Like,
just
Like
test it
3
out.
inches, right?
You
Yeah.
test it out in the grocery store.
yes,
Like,
I love
peel
feeling
it, of
my
course.
fruit.
She's like
so
stroking the banana.
I have to go.
Is this
Thing.
right?
The Instacart thing, I can't get on that wave, sister.
Damn,
I
Kay. So you
can't.
don't leave your house, or what's the deal?
Not typically, no. Why?
To visit us. That's about
You're
it.
like
to
a
like,
creature of
make
comfort.
content and collab. Like if I go out, it's like very like a high profile event, or like I'm like about to go do something fucking iconic. But outside of that, no, I work from home, make money from home. I'm not in the streets. I'm not for the streets, and I do my own damn thing.
We're gonna have to invite Kay to a Salt Daddy party. We're gonna get her to
Like
drop her preconceived notions and embrace the Salt Daddy lifestyle.
oh my
What's
God.
a salt daddy lifestyle?
It's a party where
Can
no
you
one
not
pays
let
for
him
shit.
Get off on it, please. Thank you.
It's
Talk
gonna
about
be a
it
party
later.
where everything is super cheap. There's like fucking plastic Solo cups and really
Oh,
cheap,
God.
like
So
30-cent
not
beer.
my style at all, and you'd have to pay me.
Watered
to show
down
up, so
beer,
no
yeah.
thank you.
it's gonna be a good time, Kay. Don't hate on it.
I'm sure the girls you find on Seeking are happy to show up, huh?
No, I never invite them out. I just fuck them in my house.
There you go.
That's fun.
If
Do you think I'm like fucking ugly chicks?
I honestly really don't give a fuck. So whatever.
Because I feel like you're operating under the impression that like these girls are like cheap or they're like defected or something wrong with them.
Some guys like will fuck
Definitely.
anything.
If they're giving themselves
That is
away
true.
for exactly,
That's true.
exactly.
But some guys, that's what I'm saying. I don't know.
But
about
Kay,
other-
and they're
but some
clear and
guys will
they're
literally
clearly
fuck
engaging
anything.
with
Those
you
are the guys
as
who
you- hold
don't
on,
have much
and
experience.
they
with girls.
clearly aren't doing their
They will
research
just-
on you because you're
Even like
talking
when
about
people
them like
catcall
you do
girls,
right
that
now,
means in my face.
and they're not understanding that they're just an object to you. They're getting no value off you whatsoever.
They're getting really fucking good dick. These
No.
girls
Really
are
fucking
coming.
good.
Then these
There's
girls don't know how
videos
to
on the
fuck-
internet.
These girls don't know how to fuck themselves properly, and that's unfortunate because I mean you can save yourself a lot of time.
I mean,
energy,
some
and
girls
effort.
really actually only prefer real dick inside them.
Ugh.
They don't like toys.
I don't even.
They
need
don't
a
like,
dick. I don't even need
other
a
guys
toy.
like
I don't
using
need
toys on
nothing.
them.
People have
They
different
literally
preferences.
only
Kay.
want
Yeah.
real dick inside them.
I used to be like that. That's what I'm saying. Until
Until
Probably-
you get familiar with
Like,
yourself, right?
Yeah, but
years
that
ago.
comes from like
Yeah.
experience.
Get a little
That comes from
familiar.
Yeah,
exploring
I-
your sexuality.
I
Most
love-
girls are not.
I love steak. He's Indian. He doesn't eat beef, but like
I
doesn't
worship
mean
the steak he
th-
eats.
th- doesn't mean beef is better or worse. Just different fucking preferences. All right, next question.
Yeah, you guys get 5 more minutes. I'm calling it. I'm tired.
You're
hungry.
calling our show.
I'm
Yeah.
hungry.
I was like, I mean, we were the highlight of the show, so yes.
Mm,
It's been 2 hours.
questionable, but
Oh, you think you're the highlight? That's
I'm
cute.
always the highlights.
It's really cute. All right, can we go now then?
You're
You
gonna
don't
like
need us
bounce.
anymore. If you don't need us anymore,
Oh, we're doing Q and
Who
we're
A.
said
not
that?
the highlight. Just tell me I'm the fucking highlight.
No, your
Just
ego's
tell
already
me
way
I'm
too high. I'm
pretty,
not gonna add to it.
please.
Tell me I'm pretty.
That's
Zero
Tell me I'm
chance.
I
pretty
hope
and
that's not
feed
like
me.
a, yeah.
I'm fucking hungry. Honestly, that's why I'm,
I'm
gonna
really
be a cunt.
hungry.
Like I'm fucking hungry.
I got some really cheap food in the fridge. I'll give
I'm
it to
sure
you.
you
after.
do.
Like, it's
You're-
very
Get some
salty, by the
frozen
way.
pizza.
I got some
Why do
99
you
cent
keep using
wings
the word cheap like it's cute?
because I know it pisses you
And
off.
that's why I know you could never pull pussy like mine because no. we
I
don't
think
do
you think
that.
like way too highly of your pussy.
Have you seen it?
Yes,
I'm sure you have.
the videos are going around the internet.
Good. So it's blowing me up, making me a bunch of fucking money.
Okay.
Next question.
Ask her to rate John Anthony and KRW. Show them pics.
She knows what John looks like. Let's just do John.
Who's that?
Do you remember John?
She did a podcast with him like a while ago. What would you rate him physically?
2.
Can I look him up?
Really?
Who is that?
He's pretty
Can we
tall.
See?
John.
He's very
I'll
tall.
show you.
6'4".
You think I give
I
a
wanna
fuck about
see.
height? Bro, this is what's wrong with these men. I'm sorry, but like they think because like they have like clout on the internet or they go to the gym twice a week that they deserve some fucking high
Twice. They
recognition.
better go 5 times.
Bro, no, exactly. Like, first of all, I don't fuck with white dudes. That's an automatic.
Oh,
Down
I think
here.
we've kind of gathered
And
that.
he's
So
bald.
what would
Wasn't
you
he
rate
bald?
him?
He was bald with some, yeah,
He's
like
not
bro,
bald.
no.
The question was to rate him.
No.
Yeah.
Him
Each one.
against 2. Oh, all of us to rate him.
First
Yeah.
of all, he
One by
told
one.
everyone I'm racist when all I do is fuck black dick, and he knew that. So like that's weird. And I just honestly think that like if you feel the need to degrade women publicly to make yourself feel more substantial, you have a serious issue against you. And I really hope that's not what you guys are doing. I think you've given us plenty of opportunities to speak our opinion this evening, and I really appreciate that. Thank you.
I
'Cause I've been
appreciate
on
you appreciating.
multiple interviews where I feel like they will take clippets of what I say, by the way, because I said a lot on his podcast that he didn't showcase by any means about transparency. Because if there's one thing I am, what am I? Honestly, transparent about my past. I just showed you my
Oh, yeah, you're
mugshots.
really
you're
open
I
about
showed
it.
you who
Yeah,
I
you're
used
pretty
to
open
be,
about
what I
it.
used to
Mhm.
look like.
Mhm.
I'm very before and after kind of person. So like you can guarantee during every single one of those interviews, you were having the whole story behind it. It wasn't just the pieces that were showcased. And any man that feels the need to subside a woman's voice to make himself feel bigger is just honestly a joke in my opinion. So
I mean, yeah, I think you're pretty transparent. I would say that I really don't understand your like judgment of people who you seeking differently than you. But other than that, yeah, you're chill.
yeah.
A little bratty, but chill.
A little.
A little. Let's do 2 more questions.
Okay, next question. How have they met their previous relationships that aren't sugar related, such as apps or VIP?
Or like maybe
Who
in
should go
person.
first?
Oh my god, my last
Well,
one-
neither one of you guys have been on Seeking, so for you that would be like any one of your relationships.
Yeah, well,
mine,
you can go first.
mine was through an app. My last one was through an app, and then
Which app?
It was when I was a streamer, so it was like online.
Switch?
No, it was kind of just like Twitch. It was Bigo. So
Yeah,
you,
it's
you
like
just like
a
live,
live
the whole,
streaming.
Mhm,
Oh, wow.
live
That's
streaming.
pretty cool.
Mhm.
So I met him on there, but then obviously like
Was it Destiny?
no, it was just he spent a lot of money on me, so that just kind of happened. So
Damn, what's up with these dudes dropping?
and that's the thing. And then like sometimes
Yeah.
like obviously when I was calling it off, then he'd spend more money. So I was like, okay, I might as well stay.
So he's like kind of chasing, like chasing
yeah,
the
but
money.
that relationship.
Guys,
was
please
stupid.
stop spending money on girls.
No, my last
no,
one.
I'm over
Without
that.
getting any-
I'm
I'll
over
go.
that.
Okay,
I'm over
okay.
that.
Let her speak.
Yeah, hold
Kay.
on,
Let
hold
her
on.
speak.
So that
Yes,
one I'm
Kate.
over. That whole situation, I was like, okay, cool, whatever. Took everything I could get. And then the other one I think was kind of VIP related in a sense, but then he wanted me to be one of his girlfriends and he had like 4.
Oh,
So
You could have been lucky
Guys got
number
it.
5.
Kim
I
is
could've.
number 1 only.
I
She's
could've,
number
but
1 in my book.
it would come with like a lot of a lot of different funky stuff.
Mm.
So, about
So
you?
mine, I mean, I used to work with a modeling agency, and it was kind of like an ambiance modeling agency. And
Mhm.
I met him at one of the events when I was traveling. So it was in New York. Yeah, I met him just at one of the events. To be honest,
Cool.
so it was cool.
Mhm.
It
All right.
was there. That
Sounds
was
cool.
it. Yeah.
You're up.
So what about your relationship?
Okay, you're up.
She's
forgot
charging
it.
up.
No, I forgot the question. I honestly feel
Oh.
like I've been talking too much. So what's up?
The question was how did you meet your last relationship that wasn't in sugar dating or whatever?
He was a photographer and he took the greatest photos of me I've ever
Okay.
had of me.
Talent.
And he abstracted the most sexual parts of myself that I've ever
Hey, I've edited this photo to make it look like your
endured.
ass is big.
No, I mean, you can look at it that way, but that's why You're on speaking arrangement, by the way.
Do you realize?
Yeah,
that he's
sorry, you
joking, like
sweetheart.
he's using like that
I
joking
think
tonality.
it's funny. I think it's hilarious that you want to like try and clown on other women for how they meet men.
I don't think he's
and
actually
like-
No one,
clowning. Why
yeah,
are you
no,
feeling that way?
no one is clowning on
But
you.
regardless, no, you didn't know who I'm talking about, but I did. I met him like at the peak of my modeling career, and he took some incredible photos of me. And afterwards, like sparks fucking flew, and like kinks started kinking, and it's been love history ever since. And outside of that, like it wasn't an arrangement, but he also understood the industry because like he shot like obviously every top OnlyFans model in the world. And so it just kind of had its own little understanding outside of everything. So
Alrighty, let's do one last question, Davey.
One last question for the money shot. What would the girls rate Alex and Indian PE? And what would they rate the girls themselves?
Kay is gonna rate me like a 1.
-5.
Oh, we're supposed to rate you?
Yeah.
Okay.
He uses the website for non-intended purposes. He's like a 1.
Are we going like looks?
Are we going? Yeah, I was gonna
Like,
say, are we
looks,
going based
yeah.
on looks?
Looks, yeah. You can do personality after.
You guys go first.
No, don't let Kay go
You guys are
first.
like,
How tall are you?
I'm 5'11", 6 feet on Tinder.
why don't you stand up and do a little turn for us, guys?
Yeah, I want to
Over
see
here.
like the high.
Let's see
Because
the
that's a
bulge.
big thing.
I wanna
It
see the
wouldn't be visible
bulge.
on the camera.
Okay, that's the VIP
Oh.
package. You have to pay extra for that.
Oh,
Okay,
well,
that's
then
the
I'm
zero.
good. Sounds like
I
your
can't pay
fans
for
aren't gonna
guys.
get
I'm
their
kidding.
proper rating.
Huh. Are we going like 1 to 10?
Yeah,
Okay.
you won't hurt my feelings.
No. I would
She
probably
won't.
go.
She's too nice.
What? I would probably
They
go with
both
like
are.
I would probably go with like a 5, like mediocre.
I was gonna say 5.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I would go with the 5. Like if we're going like 1 to 10.
Well, what about the blue eyes? They're blue.
The blue eyes are a plus. They are. I used to get lost in guys' eyes that were blue, but I dated 2 of
It's a little
them. And
intimidating.
yeah, well, one was like he was so fine, and he was like 6'6", blue eyes,
think that's-
football player.
What
But
about
then I got over the blue
what about the
eyes.
humongous schlong? Like, does that play a role?
He
or-
had that too.
See, I'm not a fan of that, but
What about the tiny schlong?
It's
does that
the
play a role?
motion
Or
in
the
the
medium?
ocean.
I'm not the medium. Like if it's big, like that
What-
freaks me out.
What about the 2-incher? That doesn't give me an extra point. Okay, I'll take it 5. What else?
So you have to rate him now.
Your
You
turn.
I think we know where this
We
is going.
already know.
Here's the thing. I'm not.
Looks wise, just looks wise.
Just
yeah,
looks.
that's it. You
I
didn't talk to
think-
him at all. Just
I think
looks.
it's just
Imagine
like,
all
we know
this
you're not
time
into
you wouldn't
like
even hear him
that
talk.
and
Look at the
everything
look of
like that.
disgust on
Yeah.
her face.
Just looks. You didn't talk to him.
I'm certainly not that bad.
No, it's like not
Just
being
look.
able to elaborate because, like, I need you to understand that if you wouldn't have opened your mouth,
Well, it
That's
is
not
it is
right.
kind of
That's
like
the
a
point, though. That's the
podcast,
point.
so I
That's
have
the
to
point.
talk.
you have to
If
talk.
I don't talk
Strictly
on the
looks.
podcast,
here's
it'll
my
be
thing.
kind of
Let
weird.
me tell you what I judge men off of, okay? I look at their smile first. Your teeth are not even remotely as white as mine.
That's true.
And like you mentioned earlier, we have great white teeth, right? Because we're great white sharks. And like we like to eat big things. And so
She said she
Um,
doesn't like big things. Just
I-
saying.
Yes, she doesn't
She
like
likes,
it.
she likes the
She
small
Like
things.
average thing.
she likes Asian men.
She
and that
does like
makes
Asian
There you go.
guys.
There you go.
She's into Asian
Don't
guys.
worry, I know a few guys.
If you're
I'll hook you
Asian
up.
and
I
you're
got
hot, she
So,
likes them.
long story short, I think the fact that you haven't invested in your here's my thing. I was like, you can tell when a man is invested in himself and like when he takes care of himself, outside of just like I guess going to the gym. Like, yeah, I mean, you haven't gotten your teeth done, which is probably a necessity for me. You do have beautiful blue eyes, though. I do like that. And then I look at it's a really smile, eyes, and hands for me.
To me, it's just
Really?
good.
How are
too.
my
It's
hands?
I
You
look
have
at
a
man's
wart
dress code.
on one of your fingers.
Do you want to
What?
touch
How
my
did you
wart?
even notice this?
There's a
Weird.
wart?
It's
She's made me
on
think.
the finger right there. And
My
I'm
warts are
not-
sexy,
I'm not
though.
a fan of it.
I think
So
it's a callus.
to be honest with
They're
you,
the
I
wart.
It might be
honestly
a
I would
challenge.
not let him touch me. And I mean that, and I mean that outside of just having this conversation with you. And that's what I mean. Like you can never pull a woman like me. You say you're not trying to pull a woman like me. That's cool. Maybe I'm not your type. You do like very mediocre under 10 women, and that's fine. And I think that wouldn't work on a mutual level regardless. However, like
So
just randomly
opinionated.
meeting you, eyes, and if I were
It's
an
a massive
average woman,
preamble.
and listen, and if I were an average woman being like, oh my god, you have a podcast,
Oh my
that's
God,
so
Robbie.
fucking cool, I might give you a 6. But
Cool.
that's it.
So you rated him higher than they did.
Yeah,
Cool.
and that's because if I'm telling you, if
No, what about as
if
yourself?
it's good, if it's good. Do you guys know what that's from? Hercules. If it's good.
I don't know why you think I pull average women. Like, I have a website where I show photos of the girls I pull, and they're
Because you
quite-
remind me of this Anthony dude, and he literally had to tell me how many women he pulls a day. And I promise you, I wouldn't touch that man with a 10-foot pole if he would approach me in Italy while I was lit as fuck with no other men in 100-mile radius.
So your argument for why I pull average women is because I remind you of someone else?
Because I can tell by the way you talk about yourself and the way that you feel the need to justify the way that you pull women. Most men that actually pull bad bitches don't feel the need to justify it and constantly rage about it.
Well,
Right? Like if you
when my
I can-
reputation
I
is
can
being
get-
attacked,
and okay, let me say this. I'm sorry. I can
Wasn't that
literally
supposed to-
guarantee you.
should I just agree with something
No,
that's
that's
not
fine.
factually true?
That's fine. But I can guarantee you've never pulled a woman as bad as me.
I
Ever.
guarantee you I have.
What's your type?
Okay.
Like, hotter than you, for sure.
What's your hot type?
Wait, yeah, I want to hear
I
his
lo-
type.
Dude, you can like look at the photos, look at the videos.
Yeah.
What's my
okay,
type?
okay, here's the thing.
see
Here's the
one.
thing. He feels the need to take pictures and videos so that he can showcase it because he has to validate himself publicly in order for people to feel like he is important. And that's why I would never fucking touch
Do you realize this is what I do for work? Like, I'm a dating coach, so I have to show proof.
Like he has to show
dating
proof.
coach. Dude,
Oh,
I wouldn't
really?
date you if you paid me to. Literally.
Sweetheart, I'm not trying to pay you.
That's fine.
I-
Exactly. And that's why like you would never pull a woman at my capacity.
I'm
I
actually,
pull
like-
I
You
pull
date-
girls
you
so
date-
much hotter than you.
date insecure women. You do not date women that are better.
I pull
You
girls
date
hotter than you
insecure
with
women,
a fraction of the attitude.
insecure, broke, and unable to provide for themselves. And I can guarantee you that.
My girlfriend
100%.
makes pretty good money.
Okay.
Wait, what's your type?
And here
then?
you are talking about women like they're objects publicly online. I feel bad for her, and I would feel embarrassed to be your girlfriend at that point.
Why? Because I think she makes good money.
No, because you're sitting here talking about how you pull women and you have pictures of it on the internet.
I'm only talking
and you
about it because
feel the need to
you're attacking
validate
me.
it. I'm not
Because you're
attacking
attacking me and saying that I don't pull
Baby,
attractive women.
You asked me a question, and all I did was answer it. If you
No,
feel
I know,
the
but
need
the
to
que-
rebuttal that,
the-
then
the
that's
que-
a personal problem, not mine.
It's
You
not a
asked-
personal
you
question.
invited
You're
me
making
on
a
the
statement.
show,
You're
you
making a
asked
statement
me
of fact that's not
question,
true.
and this is why men have podcasts, because they feel the need to bring on women so that they can validate themselves and
No
feel
one-
important.
That's
Which is
so
really
not.
absurd. Like, you just could have vibed with me. You could have taken the 6 and ran with it, because as far as you're fucking.
But you're
comfortable
making a
with it,
statement of fact
and
that's
you
not
couldn't have
true.
just done with that. Like,
That
I'm
would be-
making a
I want
perspective
sushi, guys.
opinion. I'm hungry too. Let's
I'm
go.
so
You're
sorry.
I
you're
made
saying
an
that I
opinion.
can't pull hot
You-
girls.
I
I'm
mean,
so
I told you
hungry.
my opinion. I know for a fact that you could have never pulled me, Kim, or Ashley from a mile fucking away. And that's because we only fuck with men at a very high capacity. And we don't feel the need those men do not validate themselves on social media every day or feel the need to take
Yes,
pictures
those-
or videos.
those men
guy
need-
that has no social media.
Right?
Those
We
men-
love
those
love.
men-
Biggest green flag. Biggest green
If a
flag.
guy has
These-
no
these-
social media,
These high value
Okay.
men feel the
Please.
need to spend $10,000 to get laid. Yeah, they're
Those
really
aren't
hot.
men that we take seriously, are they? Those are men that we use for an arrangement. They help us further our lives, and we help them further
Well,
theirs.
Now I haven't been like looking for that.
But they don't do that.
But because
I
I'm
do.
focusing on like
Yeah,
me
you
building
three are different. Like, you two are different than
We're
her.
very
I get
different.
that.
We're very different.
we're
I
all
think you
different.
two are actually different from each other too.
Yeah,
You're-
me and her
you're-
are really different.
You're
from
more
each other.
like-
She, I mean, she's been spending a little too much time with me.
Oh my god.
I'm
Being
just
corrupted.
loving
You were kinda
her.
similar.
You two are more like typical, like not typical, like Miami girls versus
That's
she's
super
like
funny.
a full on sugar baby.
Well, we're born and raised
And it's-
in Florida. That's the thing. So we
Yeah, I
have
get it.
never-
It's part of the culture.
Yeah, we have never let like Miami
Yeah, we didn't let the Miami life.
take us or anything because we were born in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Not born
I
in
get it.
Miami.
I'm not
but-
saying that it's a negative thing, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like
Like, my girlfriend is a traditional Miami girl.
Mhm.
Like, yeah,
Like we see what goes on, and we're like, okay,
Yeah.
how are we gonna play our cards right
Mhm.
yeah.
now?
It gives you like a certain amount of ruthlessness.
Once
Ruthlessness.
she plays open.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this place is like, it says
Like you're
closed. It
radically
says 11
different
to 4.
than
Maybe
she.
no,
Like you guys are
no,
totally
no.
different. Like
Why?
I was
operating
totally
system.
Gizmodo.
Like
We
you're
were
running
on Tuesdays.
Macintosh.
would've
She's
preferred, I
running
swear.
Windows.
Wait,
Like
what?
the
98.
system. We're saying like you two operate differently. Like she's
Yeah.
running Macintosh. You're running Windows. Like different operating
Mhm.
systems.
What about me?
You're similar to her in a lot of ways.
Oh.
You and I have agreed on a lot of shit, though.
Yeah. Because me and her, we've had our little discussions, but
Yeah, I still feel like I have to be treated like a princess though in any relationship.
There's still
100%.
hope. What I'm getting at is
All right,
there's
let's
still
go get
hope
some
for you
food. I'm
too.
fucking hungry.
We're gonna separate you from Kay. We're gonna get you Jesus.
No, we love
We're
her.
gonna-
We need to get the what's this?
I
that they
love
throw
her.
at you?
I'm every man's worst nightmare because I
that's
literally
the-
abstract the baddest bitch possible out of every woman I come in contact with, and they make them realize that they don't need men to feel validated, and that's really unfortunate for a lot of men because they want to degrade a lot of women. They want to make them feel small. They want to make them feel like they need men
No one's trying to make you feel
that
small.
are constantly. I'm not saying me. You can't make me feel small. It's not even a temptation.
I'm not
But
trying to make you feel
the
small.
thing. Okay, let's go. All right, we're good. Let's go.
I was looking at sushi places that are open. Does anyone know of any?
Moshi Moshi.
Moshi Moshi is pretty good.
They're
Moshi's always
open?
open. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Moshi
can we
Moshi is
please
kind of
go there?
24 hours.
No, that that's to have good sushi.
I'm
Alright.
so hungry.
Well, those are-
Moshi-
Sushi might as well.
Moshi Moshi is good,
Or
but
benefit.
okay, let's end it off. Thank you for coming on, you two. Kay,
Thank you.
I'm a little 50-50 about you, but maybe there's hope for you.
A lot of people are. That's fine. But I did
I
make
thought
your
you
show
liked the-
extremely
thank you for having
interesting.
us.
So
Drama.
You did.
Opinions.
Do you guys want to plug your socials?
yeah. Go.
Well, mine is Kim Champagne.
2 M's.
Kim with 2 M's.
Okay.
Kim Possible.
Exactly.
Can't possible.
Come and beat me if you want.
There you go. This
Mine
is,
AK Champagne. Letter A, letter K.
what is the
Champagne.
spelling of the champagne again? CH or C?
Do you at least like champagne or?
I love champagne.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
For the
So-
Champagne Sisters.
That'd be
Yeah.
funny if you hated champagne. I fucking can't stand it.
That'd be so
Why?
weird. You can't stand it?
No, I'm cool with champagne.
Oh,
What did
okay,
champagne
okay,
ever
okay.
do to you? Oh.
No,
I
he's
was gonna say.
painting a hypothetical.
Yeah.
Oh.
I do a lot of those.
Okay.
Well, my Instagram is KAY Jenkins, JENKINS Co, K Jenkins Co. And then my OnlyFans is KJ_co, CO. So KJ, my initials _co. Subscribe to see all the exclusive contents and everything else that your desires wish to see.
That was a nice pitch. All right, cool guys. Thanks for tuning in. We got another podcast tomorrow. We're gonna do a double debate. Me and John versus the religious dudes from Crucible. And then Thursday, we got Sneeko coming on the podcast. So that should be good. I think that debate is going to be like 100 times more heated than the one we had today. So that's going to be juicy. So make sure you guys check that out. All right. Appreciate y'all. Follow the girls. Until next time.